Going live in 30 seconds. Live in 20 seconds. Live in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time for Estill County Engineer Sports on the Estill County Sports Network. For a full list of games to be broadcast, the platforms those games will be broadcast on, and the sponsors that support this event, please visit listenlikealocal.com and click on the Estill County Sports banner on the homepage. Select games will be broadcast on a combination of platforms, including 104.9 FM, The Pickup, NFHS Network, Facebook Live at WSKV-FM, and streaming audio accessible on any internet-connected device. Just say, "Hey Google, Siri, or Alexa, play Pickup Country 104.9 FM, or visit listenlikealocal.com. Estill County Engineer Athletics broadcast is made possible by great sponsors. But to continue to bring you the many high-quality broadcasts, we need your help. If you own a business or are part of an organization, church, or nonprofit and would like to support the broadcast of Estill County Engineer Sports while promoting your brand to loyal listeners like you, just give us a call, 606-663-2811. Don't forget, you can directly support Estill County Engineer Athletics by purchasing an annual subscription to the NFHS Network at nfhsnetwork.com. You can also directly support your Estill County Engineers by attending games in person. Get your tickets now at the GoFan app. You can also find links to NFHS Network and the GoFan app at the Estill County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com. And now, let's join our Estill County Sports Network broadcast team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final championship game of the 14th Region Baseball Tournament, brought live to you from downtown Hyman on the campus of Knott County Central High School, where tonight the Estill County Engineers making their 6th appearance in the regional final since joining the 14th Region will be taking on the Bulldogs of Hazard. This is the old principal, Blain Click, joined by my trusty cohort. He has coached everything from baseball to football to basketball to tiddlywinks.
But like I told Caleb the other night, I know your and Caleb's favorite sport is basketball. Mine was always baseball. That was passed on by my father, the late Gordon Tate. So I just have always loved baseball. It's had a special place in my heart, and boy, we had a barn burner the other night, and Ethan was here with us, and he talked about a roller coaster ride, Blain. It went from lows to highs, back to lows, back to highs again. Just an exciting game. One of the best that I've been associated with. I told Caleb it reminded me of the Hazard and Estill game in 2021 regional finals. It was just a roller coaster ride, and the Engineers came through.
If you missed it, that happened the other night. Caleb and Jeff on the call. Estill County got behind and ended up going ahead in the bottom of the 6th, and then gave up the lead only to win it on a walk-off wild pitch in the bottom of the last inning. We're ready to start here from Hyman. It's a nice setting here. I see a cell tower. That's the only thing I see other than trees and cliffs, but it's a beautiful field and a beautiful night for baseball.
Going against the Hazard Bulldogs here tonight, an old foe for us in regional play. We've played them several times, and they've got an old foe as a coach, Chris Varney, who used to be at Powell County.
Among other places. First pitch from Jackson East on the mound for the Estill County Engineers, batting for the Hazard Bulldogs and leading off Skylar Cheney.
I think it's Max Pelfrey.
Excuse me, Max Pelfrey. I'm
Max
on the wrong
Pelfrey,
page
yes.
here.
He's a junior, hitting .363 on the year.
Swinging a miss, and the Mad Hungarian, as we often refer to him on the mound.
I talked to Jax the other night, and I asked him, I said, do you want the ball on Friday? He said, yes, I do. I said, that's what I like to hear.
Pitched a great opener. Here's the 0-2, and that's a swing and a miss, and foul tip. I believe it was off the glove of catcher Mason Griggs. A little bit of trouble seeing here. The sun directly in our eyes. And when the camera angles right here, I'm sure you'll see that.
Chris Varney's going to have a good team. He's got a good team this year. He's going to have a real good team next year. I show that he's only starting, I think, one senior. Everybody else, junior, sophomore, and some freshmen that he is starting, Blain.
Hazard comes into the game with a record of 24-11. And here's the 0-2 from Neese that fouled off the cliff in right field.
There we go. That'll be a hard ball to get.
I think that one stayed up on the cliff. So the dugouts are literally right up against the cliff, and there's cliffs all around. The field way up high above the school and the gym, which is famous for some basketball. Here's the 0-2. That's an off-speed pitch, a little bit high. Count goes to 1-2.
Good pitch there, I think, by Jax anyway. That was a waste pitch. He's ahead in the count, 1-2. That's going to be a key tonight, I think, if Jax can get ahead in the count and make him hit his pitch.
And the 1-2 to Pelfrey, swung on a high pop-up into right field. Hicks appears to have a play.
Canicorn.
Out number 1.
And Canyon out there, he beat Hazard back in April. I think April 23rd, around that time, beat him in the Blake Crow Classic 1-0 at Estill County.
One hitter, I believe.
Yes, he pitched a great.
Right.
So he's available tonight if they need him. So, but hopefully they won't. Hopefully Jax will have command like he did the other day against Leslie County.
They'll bring up the Hazard catcher, and he bounces it to the second baseman, Drake. Fields it cleanly and throws it over to Cheney for out number 2.
Drake has been solid here in this regional play. He is not playing like a freshman. The young man has shown a lot of composure, got a couple of hits the other day, and did the same thing on Monday against Leslie County.
That'll bring up the pitcher for the Bulldogs, Gage Logan, with 2 outs here on the top of the first. This is the 14th Regional Championship game. The winner goes on to the state baseball tournament. First pitch to Logan low, ball 1.
Gage on the year, he's a junior. Another good hitter for Hazard, 376 batting average. So their top 6 hitters or 7 hitters are really good, Blain.
There's the 1-0 fouled off the right field cliff, and somebody's actually up on
there,
the cliff looking for the baseballs.
I hope they're giving him a good salary. What do you think they're giving him?
They got insurance. I don't know if Ethan can get a picture of that or not. That's worth looking at.
He showed he said $5 an hour, Blaine, is what he told me. So there you go.
And the 0-1 way outside to Logan.
Jack's out there, looked at the coaching staff and signaled that was my bad. I let it get away from me there. I like Jack's on the mound. He stays pretty even keel the whole time. He never gets too high, never gets too low.
Even though we do refer to him as the Mad Hungarian.
He's far from that. We called him that because of his long hair when he was a freshman.
Here's a swing and a foul off the cliff behind us.
And it's good also, I think, throwing Jackson. Well, I don't know what will happen tonight, but it's always good throwing a lefty because you do not see a left-handed pitcher that many times during the regular season.
He's got a live arm.
Yes, he does. Got movement on it, too. Most left-handers do.
And the 2-2 on the outside corner.
All right, there you go. That's
strike
it.
3, and the Estill County Engineers start off hot, 3 up, 3 down, and after one half, complete 0-0. You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Mill Creek Market, owned and operated by John and Amanda Webb, are proud sponsors of your Estill County athletics broadcast. Kentucky proud, Appalachian proud, and a proud member of the Estill County business community, Mill Creek Market stocks fresh, local farm-raised beef, pork, and chicken, along with other country and deli market goods. New items every week. Follow them at Mill Creek Market on Facebook or explore the local goodness at 1501 Richmond Road in Irvin. You're listening to the live broadcast of Engineer Sports.
And welcome back to Knott County Central High School 14th Region Finals. Estill County Engineers and the Hazard Bulldogs, who've actually met several times in the finals. Jeff, we were talking about that on the way up.
I had some information here, some stats on that, list some times. 2021, the one we always remember, at Estill. Estill lost a heartbreaker to Hazard 7-6 in the regional finals. 2014 at Buckhorn, we were up there. Hazard put a hurting on us that day, 11-1 in 5 innings. But in 2009, we played them in the finals at Hazard, and Estill came away. I was on that team with Danny Wood coaching. We won 5-3. Ben Benedict's big shot at that time.
One of 2 big shots in back-to-back years.
Right, in 2008. We defeated Hazard in the semis that year, winning it over Perry Central 14-7, and that was another game where Ben had a home run in that game. So he had back-to-back home runs that year in the Hazard game and then in the game against Perry Central that year with that 2018, which in my opinion, me and Danny talk about this all the time, the greatest Estill baseball teams. I have to give that 2018 because they were 24-2 on the year. So
very well balanced.
Yes.
They kind of had it all and did what they were expected to do. And of course, that was the year that Ben Benedict put one in Panbow Lake.
That's right.
Over at by Sebastian Middle, downtown Jackson in Breathitt County.
And here's the star of the game for the last game against Knott Central here, Ethan Henry, who scored the winning run the other night on a wild pitch.
Gage Logan, here's a shot down the third base line. That gets by the third baseman, Kincaid, and that'll be a base hit on the first pitch for Ethan Henry.
And as I told Caleb the other night, this is my belief thoroughly. If Ethan gets on, if him and Tyler Brewer both get on base, I think it's going to be a good night for the Engineers.
On the mound tonight for the Hazard Bulldogs is Gage Logan. Completing the battery, Clint Davidson behind the plate. That'll bring up the Engineers center fielder, Tyler Brewer. There's the throw over to first base. Henry with good speed on first, but wouldn't expect much happening right here. Would you, Coach Tate?
No, I wouldn't. But Gage Logan on the year, he's appeared in 12 games. He has a 3-3 average with a 3.37 ERA. Hazard has about 4 pitchers, Blain, that they rely on and everything.
Swing and a miss there to Brewer, and the count's 0-1 to the Engineers center fielder. We're in the bottom of the first of the 14th Region Baseball Championship. Here's another throw over to first base.
That's good. You guys' attention. That's kind of what you want to do, what Ethan over there is trying to do, distract him a little bit. And hopefully, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler could bunt here, possibly.
And there he turns around. As soon as you say that, bunt down the third base line. It stays fair. Fielded over there by Kincaid. He's safe at first. And that'll be a bunt for a hit. Just flat out beat it out. Great speed. The bunt, I really thought Kincaid would let the ball roll foul.
That's what he probably should have done. You're right.
Foul.
And that was more, it looked like to me that bunt by Tyler Brewer was more for a hit, not for a sacrifice there, Blain. He was trying to get on base.
That'll bring up Hayden Woolery, the DH for Estill County Knight, batting in the 3 spot. A guy that seems to find himself in key situations and always finds a way to do something.
He had 2 doubles the other night. He was 2 for 4, drove in
ball
several
hit
runs.
hard into center field. Going.
Oh, that was a good lick.
Almost picked up, but
Hayden, he
had a
great game the other night, 2 for 4, and also scored 2 runs and had a couple of RBIs. That was a good shot there. Just the center fielder for Hazard made a nice play on that coming in, running.
So that ball fielded there by Talon Goins in center field, and that's out number 1. That'll bring up the Engineer third baseman, Kenny Dale Rose.
Kenny, he has really got his average up. He's over 400 now, Blain. 408 on the year. Good way to cap off your career.
Called strike.
No, he didn't go. I didn't think he did either.
I thought he called it a strike, but he was actually looking for
He pointed at the first base umpire to see if he went.
That'll be ball 1. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Estill's with runners on first and second and 1 out. Goins on the mound for the Bulldogs. Here's a swing and another check swing. I don't believe he went on that one.
That one he did. Yes, he did. He said he did on that one.
So 2 pitches and 2 appeals.
Kenny made a fantastic play the other night in the top of the 7th. A ball hit over his head. He was able to catch it, little bloop, and get the guy out. He's had a real good region.
There's another check swing. 3 check swings. That's another strike.
Yeah.
Ball in the dirt, actually. So
I think Kenny might have a little bit of nerves here. He needs to just settle down, take a deep breath, take a good swing. Now he's widening his stance. I like that. Try to put the bat on it. Maybe go oppo here, Blain.
Here's the 1-2. It's a swing and a foul ball over the backstop.
Over everything. Over the crew up there, the Hilldale bunch up there. Look at them. There's 5 of them up there sitting down.
One of the few ballparks I had not been to in the 14th region. It's interesting setup here.
Yep.
And the 1-2 to Kenny Dale, swing and a high pop up into center
They'll
field.
tag on this.
Goins is over to pick it up, and no tag.
No tag. Goins really's got some good speed out there. Covers a lot of ground.
So what was it, Coach Wood's rule? Don't make the third out at third?
Yeah, don't do that. That's right.
So,
you don't want to do that.
Ethan Henry over there at second did not choose to tag, probably wisely. His Goins got under it a little bit quicker than what either one of us thought.
Right, and you want to give Peyton here a chance to hit. Like we said, Peyton is leading the team in RBIs with 23 on the year. So you want to give him a chance to hit.
Peyton Riddle, the left fielder, popped up in the infield. Did it go out of play? I guess it went out of play. I can't see. The sun's right in my eyes. Nobody moved, so 0-1 the count. Estill County and Hazard 0-0. We're in the bottom of the first inning.
Peyton was 3 for 4 the other night, Blain. Had a real good game against Knott Central. Hit
Throws
the ball
right,
well.
bats left. That pitch in the dirt.
Good job there by the catcher for Hazard here. That would be number 2, Clint Davidson there. Nice scoop. He's a sophomore. Also, Blain. Good young player, looks like. Coach Varney.
Gage Logan on the mound. Clint Davidson behind the plate. Here's a throw behind Ethan Henry down to second base. Trying to keep him close. Hit means a run. Peyton Riddle has been the guy to drive them in. So Estill County in a good position here to take an early lead.
It would be huge if they could get that.
And the 1-1. There's a
there
swing and a drive into left field, and it's caught.
He caught it. Nice catch out there.
Aikman. A nice catch right on the line in deep left field.
That was a well-hit ball. It was curving away also. Left-handed batters curve away. So that was a heck of a play there by Aikman out there in the left field to stop the
probably saved at least 2 runs.
Yes, it would have.
So after one complete 0-0, you're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Are you ready? Are you ready for a disaster? What will you do? How will you contact your family? Do you have fresh water or food stored? Estill County EMAC SEP wants you to answer yes to all these questions. Take time to make a family plan and a disaster kit today. Visit EstillCountyEMA.com to get started. Prepare today for a safer tomorrow.
How about a cellular plan with no credit check, no contracts, and most features of postpaid? Then visit Appalachian Wireless today, where your connections matter the most, and jump on Forward Pay. Take advantage of $75 off Forward Pay devices. Plans as low as $19.99 per month for unlimited talk and text. At 5 gig of data for only $29.99. At 10 gig of data for only $39.99. Or go unlimited data for only $64.99 per month with 25 gig of high-speed data before slowing down. Forward Pay, because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
You're listening to the Estill County Sports Network.
Welcome back to the 14th Region Baseball Championship game from Knott County Central High School in Hindman, Kentucky.
It's a long drive up here, a good 2-hour drive to get here. So, but on Hazard, Blain, they are a really good hitting team. 343 team batting average, and if they get on base, they're going to be running. They have a lot of steals, and they're successful like 78% of the time that they steal. So they will run on you if they get on base.
It is a high on-base steal percentage. Jack Sneese on the mound. First pitch to Tucker Napier, the Hazard shortstop.
He's a sophomore also. 381. Like they got some really good hitters here. Top 6 guys for Hazard. Very good average.
Chris Varney in his first year. Here's a 1-0. That gets by Griggs.
I thought it hit him. He said, "No, didn't get me. I got my foot up."
2-0 to the Hazard shortstop, Tucker Napier. Of course, Napier, a very common name
Yeah.
in Perry County, anywhere in the mountains.
Yeah, and talk there, Shannon Napier. We know him, and also with Josh, who played for the Engineers, and
The 2-1 swung on and popped. It looks like it's going to go out of play. And
Isaac Napier too, and their family is from up here,
Buckhorn area. I think. Yeah.
And they had in 2008 when we played Perry Central. Josh's cousin was a starter for Perry Central, so Josh and also Shannon from this area.
Estill County, Kyler Cheney's on first. Bryce Drake's over on second. Ethan Henry on short. Kenny Dale Rose over at third. Here's a pitch that's in the dirt. Count goes to 3-1 on Napier. I wonder if, I don't know, it looks like Jackson's pitching around him a little bit.
He's fourth on the number 4 hitter, and he's second on the team in average. Davidson's number 1. He's number 2, 381.
It's a 3-1. A little bit low and inside.
Don't want that.
It's a leadoff walk.
Don't want that.
Tucker Napier will run down to first, and as you said, they're always a threat. So on the bases,
let's see here how many times
high stolen base percentage.
He is stolen here. Napier.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Trace Kincaid.
He doesn't run as much. He's one of the few that doesn't run. He's only attempted 5 steals, and he's been successful 4 of them.
One good thing is Jackson East, of course, the lefty pitching out of the stretch makes it a whole lot easier to make sure nobody gets a good jump. Yeah, there's a pitch to now. It's a bunt down the third base line. Kenny Dale Rose picks it up.
Nice
Great
play over there by
Kyler Cheney.
Great job.
Scooping that up. Kenny Dale had to make a hurried throw. Didn't quite have time to square up, but Kyler Cheney digs it out of the dirt for out number 1. However,
the Estill County first baseman had done that several times during this tournament. Jack's made a play like that in the Leslie game late. So both him and Kyler's done a great job there.
of course, Kyler has had a great tournament. Now Mason Griggs is going to come out to talk to his pitcher. At the plate for the Bulldogs is the right fielder, Skyler Cheney. Of course, Estill County has a Kyler Cheney over on first base.
I stand corrected, Blain. Skyler Cheney here, who's a senior, he leads the team has 417 batting average. He's the only senior that is starting for them that I see.
Wow. 1 out here. We're in the the top of the second inning. 0-0 the score. It's Estill County Engineers, the Hazard Bulldogs, 14th Region baseball action. Championship game. Estill County making their 6th appearance in the championship game. And first pitch to Cheney, fouled off the screen.
And just so everybody knows, they have already determined who will be their opponent, the winner of this game. They will play Hopkinsville, who's 22-9, on Friday, the 7th of June at 8:30 p.m.
We were talking about that on the way up. Hopkinsville getting ready to be absorbed by Christian County, so that pitch is low and in the dirt. And
he went halfway down, then went back.
Yeah, looks like Tucker Napier over there on second got a little froggy, but Griggs dug it out of the dirt, so he may have thought it made it to the screen, but he gets back in time.
I think he could have probably made it, but he wasn't sure how far it was away from him.
Interesting correlation of the shadows and the sun. About half the field is almost dark, and the other half is unbelievably bright. Here's the 1-1 to Cheney from Nice, and that's a little bit low. Count goes to 2-1.
Jackson needs to get his groove back here. He's got in a little bit of funk, walked the first batter, and having a little problems finding the strike zone. You want to be ahead in the count, not behind in the count. This is a hitter's count here, 2 balls, 1 strike. He's looking for a fastball, something he can drive right here.
Drake holding Napier on over there at second base, and that pitch is a little bit high. Count goes to 3-1. Outfield pretty much playing straight away, as is the infield. Drake, the only one that's holding the runner on at second. He's holding them on. Everything's pretty much straight up. Here's the 3-1 to Cheney. That's a little bit low.
Another base on balls. That's the second one of the inning. That can come back to bite you.
So now Ethan Henry comes over to talk to Nevaeh, a junior. Of course, he'll play them all. He didn't play basketball this year, but he could have, and he can play every sport. Certainly loves football. That'll bring up number 9, center fielder Talon Goins, who has white hair.
Yeah, several of the out at second there, Tucker Napier does also.
If I could have hair, I think I'd have a ponytail, just because I could.
Well, there you go. Talon Goins here, junior, 364 again. There you go, all the way down to the number 7 batter. All of them hitting over 300 play.
First pitch to Goins, and that's right at the knee, strike 1.
Yeah, that's what you want. Let's get ahead in the count. Let's try to get out of this. Maybe turn a double play here. That would be nice. But Hazard threatening here in the top of the second. And you always want to get them on top in a championship game. Get the lead first. It can be big.
The 0-1 to Goins. That's a
Good
swing and a
pitch.
miss.
That was
a lot of fastballs, looks like, from Jackson East early on.
That one was on the inside corner, I think. He couldn't hardly get to that one.
0-2 the count. We'll see what the chaser pitch is. Hazard with runners on first and second, and only one out here. We're in the top of the second inning.
Big at bat here between Goins and Nevaeh.
Goins make a couple of really good plays in the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-2, and that's a off-speed pitch fouled off the screen. Count remains 0-2. Hopefully that sun.
He'll go down here in a little bit.
The sun comes up at 10 in the morning. The sun goes down at 3 in the afternoon, but I think that's Harlan. They'll never leave Harlan alive.
The song I know is Elton John, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. So there, I'll quote that one.
The 0-2 to Goins. Off-speed pitch, chopped up the middle, picked up by Drake. Steps on second, throws it to first.
Oh,
the double play. Yes, and they get out of the inning after allowing 2 walks. And now there's a pause as if it's being questioned, but no dice. The double play stands, and Estill gets out of a jam after giving up 2 walks, and after 1.5 complete, score tied 0-0. You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Appalachian Wireless, where your connections matter the most, and they make staying connected very simple. At this very moment, you can get up to $550 off select devices on new or renewed line, then simply choose the Appalachian Unlimited or Mix and Match plan, and you're good to go. This offer good in-store only. Terms and conditions may apply. And by the way, 10% off all accessories. So pay a visit to your favorite Appalachian Wireless location today, because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Are you looking for a Kentucky-based, Kentucky-owned bank that has locations nearby? Whitaker Bank has 44 locations across eastern and central Kentucky, with many locations within and near your community. Whitaker Bank provides a broad range of products and services, including checking, savings, personal loans, mortgages, business loans, and a number of business banking services as well. And with reliable online and mobile banking that includes services like Zelle for sending and receiving cash quickly, Whitaker Bank lets you bank wherever you are. We are a uniquely Kentucky bank ready to serve your needs. Whitaker Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
You're listening to the Estill County Sports Network.
And welcome back to Hindman, Kentucky. They have a lot of elk up here, Coach Tate.
That's what I hear.
Kyler Cheney, the Engineer first baseman, leading off for the Engineers here in the bottom of the second inning.
Great game against Leslie County. He came in, he got some key hits, drove in the tying run, the go-ahead run for Estill in the Leslie County game, and also came in to pitch, bases loaded, nobody out, and Leslie only got 1 run. We had a 2-run lead. They only got 1 run, and he did a great job. He had to be the player of the game in the Leslie County win.
Had a great game. So leading off here in the bottom of the second, the first pitch a little bit low, it appeared. 1-0 the count. Of course, we remember him running around the hotel at the AAU tournaments when he was about 3, and we always called him Pork Chop.
Yeah, so we mentioned that the other day. Caleb said, well, I think we'll call him Kyler.
He's not anymore. That's when he was 3. That pitch fouled off the screen. He had a lot of energy, and he loved AAU tournaments. He wasn't even playing.
just like going to the games. Going to the pool probably at the hotel.
In the hotel, definitely. Here's the 1-1. That's a high curveball, way out of the strike zone. Count goes to 2-1.
Bob Euchre would say just a bit high.
I think Kyler is left-handed. I think he throws and bats left-handed. If I do recall correctly. That pitch is in the dirt.
Good
Count
shot.
goes to 3-1. So Estill County first baseman ahead in the count. Both teams have gotten out of a jam
early on here. Yes.
early on. So Hazard in the bottom of the first, and Estill gets out of a jam in the top of the second.
Kyler looking for a pitch here. He can turn on, drive it into right probably.
It's the 3-1, looking for a meat pitch.
Good
That's high
eye.
and away, ball 4, and Kyler Cheney draws a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second inning.
Like we said, with Hazard doing that, that's always big. I would definitely Kenyon Hicks laid down a perfect suicide squeeze in the game against Leslie to tie the ball game up. It was just great what he did.
Kenyon Hicks, the engineer right fielder. First pitch. There's
There
a
he goes
great
again.
bunt back to the pitcher, picked up by Logan. His only play over at first base, and Hicks does his job just like he draw it up. You know, it's interesting how much different he and his brother Rocky are. Kenyon, they're both great athletes, but Rocky more of just a brute strength, strong, and of course Kenyon just light and fast. So interesting contrast from the two Hicks brothers. Now batting for the Engineers will be the Engineer catcher, Mason Griggs. First pitch, right at the knees, taken, strike 1.
Griggs has been coming on here of late also, hitting ball well. He was 2 for 4 in the game against Knott Central and drove in what amounted to the winning run against Leslie.
0-1 check swing, appeal, and he calls
Ooh,
it.
that was close. But it could have been. I'm not going to say that because the hands did come forward there. It was close.
So 0-2 the count as Griggs gets behind in the count. There's one out, and Kyler Cheney's down there on second base in scoring position. Here's the 0-2. And that's right down Broadway, taken, strike 3.
And he must have been looking for a curve there because he didn't flinch on the fastball.
It's 2 outs, and that'll bring up the Engineer second baseman, the freshman Bryce Drake, who made a great inning double play in the top of the second inning. And now there's a little pause as
there's a ball on the field out there. Somebody was throwing something. They're going out there to get it, retrieve it, throw it over the fence, I think.
one thing about it, Coach Tate, we've got a good cell signal, as I can almost spit on that tower. It's literally the only thing we can see other than trees.
Right.
It's this
But it's a
cell
nice
tower.
view up here. It has nice trees and like I said, the mountain in the background.
The shadow now has moved right in front of home plate. Everything else is completely in the shade except home plate.
It was funny here yesterday on Wednesday. Me and Caleb were here. Catch made. Nice play up
There was
there.
a
Look
foul
at
ball off the cliff,
Yeah.
and the guy makes a one-handed catch.
Bryce Drake came through with a big hit, and it was funny because he got the hit right after his mom, Angela Drake, did her commercial. So Caleb
One of
says
our
we've got to every time he comes up, we got to get her commercial on because it's a good sign if that happens. But he did. He's performed outstanding for a freshman,
This is the 0-1. That pitch in the dirt.
and he plays a lot of summer ball. His mom talked about that. He's going to tournaments, travel team all the time, the whole summer.
Certainly good athlete. This is Dad Micah.
Yep.
Here's the 1-1. Chopper over to the second base, shortstop Napier. Picks it up and throws
Gets
it over
him
to
out.
first base for out number 3. So Estill threatens, however, after 2 complete, score tied up 0-0. You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Caring for you and your family, Mercy Primary Care Irvin is here for you and your family throughout every stage of your life. From infants to the elderly, we care for all ages. And we're right here in Estill County, so we're ready when you need us. Our services include well baby and well child visits, vaccines, back to school, camp and sports physicals, and allergy shots. Mercy Primary Care in Irvin offers compassionate care with even better convenience. We fit your schedule with same-day appointments and extended hours. To schedule an appointment, call today at 606-723-7771. Mercy Primary Care in Irvin, 606-723-7771. Affiliated with Markham and Wallace Memorial Hospital. Here for you and your family. The Estill County Sports Network would like to thank the Estill County Board of Education for their partnership in bringing you the broadcast of Estill County Sports on NFHS, WSKV Radio, streaming radio at listenlikealocal.com, and in some cases, Facebook Live. We couldn't do it without the superintendent, board members, teachers, faculty, and staff, coaches, and mentors. You're listening to the Estill County Sports Network.
And we move on to the top of the third inning, Estill County and Hazard. Rounding out that Engineer starting lineup, Peyton Riddle is in left field, Tyler Brewer in center field, and Kenyon Hicks is over in right field.
And that's their best defensive lineup in the outfield. All three of those guys really can run and cover a lot of ground. They can make it difficult on an opposing team with the ball, getting the ball into the gaps, because they can cover so much ground because of their speed.
Good point. Evan Aikman leading off for the Hazard Bulldogs, batting in the 8th spot here in the top of the third inning.
Junior, 250 on the year, and left fielder made that outstanding play in the first that probably saved 2 runs from scoring.
Yes, he did. It was slicing that pitch just barely out of the strike zone for ball number 1. I have to keep mentioning these sponsors. The 2 platinum sponsors, of course, are Carhartt and
right.
CG Bank. And I'll get the gold sponsors in just a minute. Here's the 1-0 to Aikman.
And our signature sponsor for the 14th Region Tournament here with everything online is, I think, is it CG Bank? That is correct. Ethan there just gave me the cue, and I appreciate that, boss.
This is the 2-0 to Aikman. And now that the knee's taking strike 1.
That was a nice pitch.
So the silver sponsors, financial advisor Angela Drake, we were just talking about her. Meads Due at Center, Mill Creek Market, Whitaker Bank, Estill County Board of Education. And we'll give you the bronze in just a minute. Here's the 2-1. That's a line drive.
That's a rip.
Into the gap. We'll see if Herr cuts it off, and he does. So he'll hold Aikman to a single. But that ball was hit well.
Ripped.
For your 8-spot hitter, it kept his head, left shoulder stayed in. And
kept his head down on the ball, drove it right into right center like a good hitter does. And who we got bronze there, Blain?
And we got I get distracted easily, I might add. The bronze sponsors, Estill Developmental Alliance and the Whitaker Insurance Group.
And you can contact Caitlin Powell at number there. What's the number?
Oh, man, I'm going to have to get my glasses out for that.
Oh, here, let me have it. I'll get it. Well, wait till this. I'll do it here.
We're having to wear sunglasses right now, so I can't wear my other glasses.
And it's not at night either. So, no, I mean, that's kind of
not
wild.
Like ZZ Top. Isaiah Johnson, the Hazard second baseman now at the plate, is Jackson East throws it over to first base. It's Isaiah with a Z.
Yeah. And if you want to be a sponsor, and please, to bring you these sports activities we've got here, please, we need more sponsors. Contact Caitlin Powell, 606-481-6494. Give her a call, and she'll set you right up.
Well said. And now a fake bunt, and there's a throw to first base. And Cheney wasn't close enough to the bag, or
he was charging on the bunt. Really what you had to have on that play, and it was hard for Bryce to get over there. He had to come all the way from his second base position, but that's probably who you would have to have thrown it to because Kyler was trying to cover the bunt.
Got no outs and a runner on first base for Isaiah Johnson. Neese pitching out of the stretch. There's another bunt tip fouled off the screen. So again, Jackson East, a lefty, so a little bit advantageous for holding runners on first base.
Right, and that's good here in a bunt situation.
Especially against this team.
Isaiah Johnson, like you said, 173 on the year, a freshman. So he's got several of them, two freshmen, 2 sophomores starting for Hazard.
Yeah, here's the 1-1. This one bunted down the first base line, but it'll
Kill it.
roll foul, and Griggs does just what he should do, kill the ball while it's still in foul territory of spinning. Did you see that?
Yeah, and what you got to realize there is it's still in play till you kill that ball, till you touch it. So if you don't, it can roll back in from foul territory to fair territory and be a fair ball there.
And
so
Griggs, you could tell he recognized that as he really
good job
hustled.
there. Good
And
job
now
there.
the sun, half of the sun is being blocked by the mountain. Only about half of it remains on the field.
Let's see if he tries to bunt him with 2 strikes, or Coach Varney has him swing away here.
The 1-2. He takes off now. They may have him on the throw at second.
Got
on the
him.
Pickoff. Safe said he got under the tag at
He
second.
did. I missed where the bag was.
Henry can't believe
He got
it.
it.
He thought he had him.
He thought he had him. He got his hand in.
They anticipated the steal, and Neese throws it over to first behind the runner, which forced Aikman to take off and just did not quite quick enough.
Aikman, he's 13 for 15 now on the year in stolen base attempts.
Oh, wow.
We had him there, though.
So Estill may, I don't know if they're using armbands or not for Hazard, but Estill would certainly be familiar with the signs that Chris Varney would use.
Well, it's hard to remember all
Hard
that
to remember.
with each coach because they use different keys
The
and everything.
1-2. That's
There
a
we
swing
go.
and a
Good
miss.
job.
And a big out
Yes.
from Jackson East. That'll bring the top of the order back up for the Hazard Bulldogs. The first baseman, Max Pelfrey.
Max flew out to Kenyon Hicks out in right field in the first. Made the play on him. Good hitter, though, like we said, 363 on the year.
We're in the top of the third inning. This is the championship game of the 14th Region Baseball Tournament, and the winner goes to the state tournament. The stakes are high. First pitch to Pelfrey. That's high and away, ball 1.
Over at Legends Field, and they will have, like we said, Hopkinsville 22-9 on the year.
It'll be Estill County's first trip over there, right?
We have never played
reason.
there. They still had the semi-state in 2008, 2009, the 2 years that we won the region, and we got beat out in the semi-state both years.
And the 1-0 to Pelfrey, swung on, line drive into right field. We'll see if Hicks can make the play.
Oh, man, there he is.
Great play
job.
in right field. That ball was hit hard.
It was hit right
It was
on the
slicing away from Hicks. He jumps and makes the out, and also keeps the runner Aikman on at second base. He kind of had to freeze because it was a
The ball will
line.
tail like that, too. If a right-handed batter hits it to right, it's going to go towards the line more. And Kenyon out there played it perfect. Like I said, this is our best defensive outfield we've got. These 3 guys out there.
See, we'll remember that play as you're always looking for markers in a game where things might change. Clint Davison, the Hazard catcher at the plate. First pitch on the outside corner, taking strike 1.
Grounded out first time to Mr. Drake out there at second base.
That was the double play, right?
No, it was just a ground out there.
Okay, that's right. Here's the 0-1 to Davis. Swung on,
He
chop
hits it there again.
up the middle. Drake's got a play on it. Picks it up, throws it over to first. Gets it.
Got him. All
Nice
right.
play by Drake. Had to
Nice
move over to
play.
his right. Had to make a really hard throw, and the engineer freshman does his job and gets Estill out of the inning. After 2.5 complete, score tied 0-0. You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Parents trust the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital when their children hurt. When an emergency strikes, we are right down the street and ready to help. We offer full-service emergency care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have X-ray, CT, and lab services on site for assessing, diagnosing, and treating patients quickly. The emergency department is a level 4 trauma center. You can expect expert care, quicker treatment, and improved outcomes. Choose the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital in Irvin.
Unlock the power of your home's value with a home equity line of credit from Whitaker Bank. This is Angie Rogers. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. With a home equity line of credit or a HELOC from Whitaker Bank, enjoy the flexibility to access your home's equity whenever you need it. Funds from a HELOC can be used for home improvements, education expenses, debt consolidation, and so much more. If you would like to learn more, give me a call at 606-663-2283. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
You're listening to the Estill County Sports Network.
And welcome back to Hyndman, Kentucky. Not County Central High School as the lights come on and the sun, it's weird. Maybe 10 minutes ago, it was so bright we couldn't even literally see. And now the lights are on.
Now the lights are on. The sun is going down here in Hyndman.
Score 0-0 after 2.5 complete. And don't forget, if you are listening, you can also watch it on Facebook Live and YouTube. And you can listen online as well. You can do it about any way you want.
Ethan's got it all covered, man. He's a techno guy, as I like to say. He's got it all covered.
He's got signals running everywhere.
Everywhere.
You can be anywhere in this good old world, and you can pick up this ball game, and I hope you are.
Yeah.
Certainly
I don't know about the antennas he's got on his head there, but they serve some purpose. I know that.
Got a signal up there. Leading off for the Engineers will be their leadoff hitter, Ethan Henry, the shortstop. He's one of 3 COVID beneficiaries. The only good thing that I guess came out of COVID.
Yeah, they got an extra year if they wanted it.
The pitch literally went over his head.
As a Randy Johnson pitch there.
The big unit.
That we had to, what was it, John Crook? Was that his name? What was his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, threw it over his head. Needless to say, Crook struck out after that Johnson pitch.
Crook was kind of scary as well.
Yeah.
Crook, K-R-U-K.
K-R-U-K.
In the dirt there.
Good eye here by Ethan. Singled first time up. Got the second, but died there.
Randy Johnson, the big unit. Never forget Linda Drummond coming in and asking me if I watched the big unit in the World Series the night before. He was swinging a line drive.
Almost got
foul
Coach
down
Crow.
the third base line. Coach Crow literally had to show some of
Coach
those
Crow down there talking to the hazard third baseman, number 5 there, Trace Kincaid. Said, son, catch that if it comes. I won't be mad at you. Even if my guy gets
1986 speed there.
Yeah.
Like when he was in high school. Bottom of the third inning, it's 0-0 here, Estill County and Hazard. Estill County's run here now, Ethan Henry takes the timeout. We were kind of talking a little bit about this, Jeff, what this run that Estill's made is maybe equivalent to, and a friend of mine reminded him of the run the Estill basketball team made 2 years ago at Breathitt County, coming on to make it all the way to the regional finals with that crazy game against Cordia.
Oh, yeah.
In the semifinals. Here's the 2-1. From the
Right.
outside corner, taking strike 2.
Well, I was looking here. We've won 1, 2, 3, 4, our last 5 games. But going into that, we had lost 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row before that happened. But Coach Crow told me, he said, now, Jeff, we're playing better ball. We're getting better. He said, I think we can make a run. And that gone, he knew his team because they have. They've started playing so much better, getting key hits, making key plays in the game.
A little bit of juice. There's some action and energy over in the dugout. You can see it. Count full. The Engineer shortstop. This pitch, a swing,
got
kind of a flailed swing there as he got full.
Yeah, he
for
did.
Out number 1. Estill County softball team also in action, and they are in the regional finals yet again with Shirley Beard at the helm yet again. It's happened on 4 different occasions, the softball and baseball team in the regional finals in the same year, 2008, 9, 12, and 2014. 4 times it's happened.
And tomorrow at 3 o'clock up at Perry Central, go up there and watch them play. If you can't, then check out Mr. Danny Wood and Mr. William P. Hardy. They'll be doing the play-by-play on that one.
Right in the heat of the day, 3 o'clock tomorrow. You can catch it right here. Tyler Brewer is the batter. 1-0 the count. 1-0 pitch. That's a little bit low. Ball 2. Hayden Wolverine on deck. Score 0-0. both teams being able to get out of jams. Pretty clean game so far.
Yeah,
a lot of good defensive plays.
Not a lot of hitting so far.
There's a chopper down, foul ball down the third baseline.
Estill
I kind of wondered, Coach Tate, the infield here is turf, which is interesting, and then there's dirt, and then the outfield's
it's regular
grass, and I kind of feel like you get more consistent bounces off the turf. So
you should, yeah, you're right.
Seen some good plays made already, and I kind of wonder if that's the consistency. Here's a 2-1. That
Good
pitch
eye.
in the dirt. 3-1 to count to the Engineers center fielder.
Tyler did the drag bunt in the first and got on for a hit. One of 2 Estill County hits.
3-1. That pitch
Woo,
taken.
man.
Very close, but it'll be ball
pitcher
4.
did not like that. I can't say I don't blame him. That looked pretty good. But he's on, so that's good. We got a runner. It's the main thing.
One out, and the DH, Hayden Woolery, who seems to find himself up in big situations quite often and always seems to deliver.
He's had a solid year, the junior here. He's in 289, just a tad below 300, but he's really performed here in the postseason. Had some big games for the Engineers.
Look to see Tyler Brewer do something here. I kind of feel like it's in the works.
It looks like Coach Crow, I don't know. He did give him the looks like the bunt sign. I don't know if he's going to take it off or he's still going to have him bunt and see if Kenny Dale Rose here can drive in a run.
Coach Crow, one of the few coaches still using the old-fashioned signals. Here's the first pitch.
There, gets
by
away.
The catcher, Davidson.
WP.
And Tyler Brewer now standing over at second base in scoring position with one out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, I still use the old signals. Caleb was asking about that the other day. What you do is you set up a key, whatever it is, whether it's belt to chest, belt, cap, something is the key. Once you hit that, then you'll have the next thing that comes up is the signal. So you have to see what your key is first, what coach has.
1-0 to Woolery. That pitch is high.
Good
Ball
eye.
2.
Good eye.
So you continually go over the key before the game. Do you remind the players?
Tell them what the key
constantly
is that day. You tell them what it is.
Over and over, because I can see that being forgotten.
Sometimes that will. If they don't, you can do like Coach Wood, scold them.
Here's the 2-0.
Nice pitch.
Outside, ball 3. So, and probably going to get the fist. I remember that call.
Hazard coaching staff is not pleased with that. He said it was outside. Catcher said it was outside. So sometimes you can't tell from this angle.
Here's the 3-0, and that pitch is high.
That's
That'll
high.
be ball 4. And
2
Woolery.
walks, back to back.
So Estill now with runners on first and second and one out here in the bottom of the third. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound by the Hazard players. No coaches. Well, now we're going to get a coach. So maybe there's going to be some strategy. Kenny Dale Rose will be the batter. Another situation. Coach Tate, both teams have had opportunities, but nobody's been able to take advantage of it.
Let's see if that is. That looks like Coach Dean.
Dean and Varney on the same.
I think it might be. I
These
think that's
guys.
Coach Dean. Powell and Lecture Central, who went to Mississippi for several years and coached down there. I'm pretty sure that is Coach Dean.
So we're not sure of that, but those two guys end up back on the same sideline after having both rotated through Estill's opponent in the 56th district.
That's him.
Wow.
Blain. That's Coach Dean.
So let's.
I coached against him. Me and Coach Wood did.
Both of these guys, Varney and Dean's, really solid coaches.
Excellent baseball men. Excellent baseball.
Well known in the state of Kentucky for their baseball prowess. Kenny Dale Rose at the plate with a super huge wide stance, and now he steps out. So I don't think there's a limit in high school or college yet on calling timeout, is there?
No, I don't think so. They don't have the clock like they do in
First pitch
There we
gets
go.
by the
There we
catcher,
go.
Davidson. Both runners advance. So
WP again.
now Estill County in real business here as Kenny Dale just got to get the bat on the ball, hopefully to the right side and hopefully on the ground.
What you're trying to tell this is your best hitter. Relax in there. Look for a pitch that you like. Just put a good swing on it and hit it hard somewhere. Hit it hard. That's what you want. He hits a fly ball here or hits it to the right side, we got to run.
Runners are the first and third baseman in on the grass, middle infield playing at normal depth. Here's the 1-0, and that's called strike at the knees.
Yep. That's okay. That's not really your pitch. Coach Freeman used to say all the time, on that pitch, you want it in a little zone to swing it on that first strike. If it's not there, let it go.
Tyler Brewer at third, Woolry at second. Here's the 1-1 swing. Hit a high in the right field. This is plenty deep enough for the tag. Cheney's going to have a play, though. He feels the ball on the tag. He makes the proper play, throwing it to third. However, both runners are safe, and Estill County takes that 1-0 lead.
And an RBI there for Kenny Rose. Great job there. That's what you got to do. Execute there. Get the run in, and Estill did do that.
Just like Kramer said when he went to work in corporate, remember? TCB.
TCB.
Taking
and for anybody who doesn't know that, taking care of business, Elvis Presley used to have a necklace that had that on it, TCB, taking care of business.
Well, that's 2 outs. Hayden Woolry's over on third, and the batter is Peyton Riddle. First pitch, right down Broadway, taking strike one.
See if Peyton here can add to his RBI total for the season. Like I said, he's really come up. He started out slow, but now he's hitting .333, having another outstanding year for the Engineers.
And the 0-1 swing.
There we go.
Hard
Right at him.
Right to Napier, shortstop, picks it up, makes the play on a great play over there, shortstop by Napier. However, the Engineers do pick up a run, and after 3 complete, Estill County leads it by a score of 1-0. You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Man, I love my place, my home is my castle. I want to fix it up, but I don't want to hassle. But now I need advice and the tools to get through it. My do-it-center store really knows how to do it.
Come to Mead's Do-It Center for all of your home and hardware needs. 218 River Drive, Irvin, Kentucky.
I love do-it-yourself, and I love the money I'm saving. They got everything and more at my do-it-center store. I'm gonna do it today. Give me the tools and the knowledge and get out of my way. They got everything I need and more at my do-it-center store.
You're listening to the live broadcast of Engineer Sports.
And we move on to the top of the 4th. Estill County leads the championship game of the 14th region by a score of 1-0 here.
And only 3 hits, 2 for Estill and 1 for Hazard so far. So
but a lot of hard-hit balls.
Yes, you've had some hard-hit balls, but had some real good plays made by both teams. Solid defense, solid pitching so far.
We were talking about Napier's a while ago, and Logan just sent me a text to give him a shout-out. He's listening to us on his truck radio, so he probably missed the conversation about the Napiers.
Yeah, he said some of his, his cousins up there. Played some golf the other day. Logan was over there, a fine young man. Glad he's listening in, and hope we can get him a win up here.
And ironically, it is Tucker Napier on deck, another Napier. So the first pitch to Gage Logan, the Hazard pitcher, is a strike taken at the knees.
Got him first time, Jacks did. Looking, struck him out.
Logan batting in the 3 spot. Here's a swing and a foul ball. Ouch.
I think he got somebody there. Ouch.
There's a cliff up behind there's a cliff everywhere, but there's a kind of a viewing area from the cliff. It being one of the cliff watchers.
Yeah, the cliff dwellers or cliff watchers or cliff jumpers. I don't know which one it is.
Hopefully nobody's jumping. Here's the 0-2 to Logan. Ooh, that's a sidewinder eat pitch, as a friend of mine used to call it. That'll be strike number 3.
That was a sidearm curveball that he probably's not seen very much from a left-handed pitcher. It's difficult to hit a left-hander if you haven't faced them that much, Blain. It's tough.
It looked like a left-handed version of Bronson Arroyo with that drop down. About a 60-mile an hour. Well, probably wasn't even 60.
Yep.
That'll bring up the Hazard shortstop Tucker Napier. First pitch, swing and a foul off the trees.
I think a squirrel got that.
I mean, the thing is that this area around the field is not like cleaned off. It is like literally jungle. So it's a ball field, beautiful ball field, and then it's jungle.
Well,
so
he's got the forest, yeah.
There's
Nice.
a check swing
Nice.
called strike.
If he gets that pitch over consistently, Blain, he will be tough to hit all the night because he's changing speeds and also the ball's moving too. Getting a break on it.
I thought he threw a lot more fastballs early on. Seems to be going to some off-speed pitches, and he's getting it over. Here's the 0-2 to Napier, and that one's fouled off the cliff. So the lights are on, as we mentioned, and the light poles are what you would consider the Kiwanis Park version and not the 300 foot in the air version.
No, they're not the metal that a lot of them have gone to. Still have the wooden poles up here.
Wooden poles, maybe, 55-foot poles.
Yep.
Here's that little Bronson Arroyo pitch there, and that one gets away from him.
Well, that's okay. He was heading the count 0-2, so you can throw a pitch, and that got away from him a little bit, but we'll see if he can come back here. Napier did walk in the second and got all the way to second base, but Estill was able to turn the double play you were talking about then to get out of it.
Here's the 1-2. There's a swing and a hard drive into left field. Peyton Riddle
got it.
Got
Yes,
pulled
sir,
a little
Peyton.
bit, but he made the play.
Well, it had top spin on it. A lot of times you got to read a ball. It can have back spin or top spin. That one had top spin. That will dive on you as it comes out to you. So Peyton did a good job. Tough play, but he made it.
Took 3 steps back, which you would advise him to do anyway.
That's
Had to kind of abruptly come back in, but nice play there by Peyton Riddle.
It's always easier to come in than it is to run back to catch a ball. That's why I used to tell my outfielders all the time.
It'll bring up the third baseman, Trace Kincaid, batting left-handed. First pitch looked good, but we're at a bad angle. It's ball number 1.
He's a freshman. He looks like a freshman, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Plays third base, so he's a right-handed thrower, but a left-handed batter. Here's the 1-0.
371 on the year, though, so he's a good hitter. He's had a good year, great year this year. You hit that high. My senior year, I hit 375, and I thought I was smoking. This guy's a freshman hitting that.
That is indeed good. Here's the 2-0, and that's just at the knees, called strike.
He didn't like that one, but I think it was. We can see it from our angle over here. That was right at the knees.
So he's still ahead in the count, looking for a meat pitch here. 2-1 the count. We're in the top of the 4th inning of the 14th Regional Championship baseball game. Here's the 2-1 chopper back to knees. He fields it cleanly, tosses it over to Cheney.
There we go, and they're out of it.
That's
Great
out
job.
number 3.
Great job by Jax.
Great job by Nice, and after 3.5 complete, Estill County leads it by a score of 1-0. You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital provides a compassionate, ideal local solution for patients who need additional time to heal and strengthen before going home. The Swing Bed program can be a perfect fit for you if you need rehabilitation after orthopedic surgery or fracture, have suffered a stroke, receive long-term antibiotics, need wound care, or need to regain your strength and mobility. You have a choice in post-hospital care and can receive care right in Estill County. For more information on the Swing Bed program at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace, call Case Management at 606-726-2159.
When you need insurance for your home, auto, life, or business, contact agents Lisa Mays and Shauna Mays at Whitaker Bank Insurance Group. Stop by their Stanton office, located inside Whitaker Bank on Main Street, or give them a call and get a quote at 606-663-3625. Always striving to meet the needs of their customers. Whitaker Insurance Group, 606-663-3625. You're listening to the Estill County Sports Network.
Welcome back to Hindman, Kentucky. That is about 20 miles east of Hazard, if you aren't familiar with your geography. Leading off for the Engineers here in the bottom of the 4th will be Kyler Cheney. Logan still on the mound. Here's a swing and a long drive into left field.
I think he's got it, though.
I believe, has a play, and he
does.
does.
Hit it hard, but didn't get it quite deep enough.
I think it's around 330 out there where he was at, and he was right up against the fence. So that was an opposite field hit there from Cheney, but that's a long out is all that goes in the book says, and that'll bring up the Engineer right fielder, Canyon Hicks.
Canyon sacrificed last time, bunted Kyler over to second. This is his first at bat, being able to swing the bat, so we'll see what he can do. Hitting 341 on the year, so he's had a good year. Limited action.
And first pitch is high and inside. Here's the 1-0, and that's in the dirt.
Good
Ball
eye.
2. And certainly this is a guy that Estill County wants to get on base. He has got some
speed.
wheels.
He's got speed, that's right.
He's near senior. There's several of them. Here's the 2-0,
Good
and that's
eye.
in the dirt. 3-0 the count from the Hazard pitcher, Gage Logan.
I'd say Gage, looking at this, their stats, he's probably their number 3 pitcher.
And that pitch,
Good pitch.
on the outside corner, and the delayed call there. So the count goes to 3-1, and they finally got the outs working on the scoreboard. Somebody must have pushed a button there. Here's a swing and a line drive
There
up
we
the
go.
middle.
Good job.
Nice hit there by Kenyon Hicks. And Estill County will have their first base runner of the inning.
See if Coach Wood here, Coach Wood, listen to me. Coach Crow here will do the same thing and try to get that runner in scoring position.
Estill County batter will be the catcher, Mason Griggs. Hicks over at first, and certainly Hazard knows he has speed, so I fully expect at least one throw over to first base. So you're calling bunt, Coach Tate?
I think he'll bunt here.
And indeed, there is a throw over to first base. Hicks may be the fastest guy. I'm not sure. It's probably close.
Brewer's got exceptional
awful
speed, too.
There's several that have really
And
good
Henry
speed. But we're
does
talking about
also.
it. Here's a pitch to Griggs. He didn't turn around, but
strike one.
That'll be a strike taken at the knees. You're listening to the 14th Regional Championship Baseball game. Estill County making their 6th appearance in such game. They've won 2 of them, 2008, 2009, but they've lost the last 4. Here's another throw over to first base. Their last regional final appearance was against this Hazard team in 2021. And in a very,
great
very
game.
emotional,
It was a great game.
Just emotional time. And certainly it almost seemed like destiny, but Hazard had an awfully good team. Here's the 0-1 to Griggs, and a swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2.
That was just a game of, both evenly matched teams. Hazard just was able to perform just a hair better than Estill that day, but they were very evenly matched. And it was heartbreaking, but I was proud of our team, the way they played, the way they fought that year, and the way they played the whole 14th region. Great job there by Coach Crow and his staff there.
Certainly the biggest crowd I've ever seen at the Estill County baseball field. Here's the 0-2 to Griggs. There's a swing and a foul ball off the screen.
Good job there battling.
So hopefully Griggs has shortened everything up.
He's choked up on the bat. Widen your stance and take a more compact swing.
Shorten your stride, shorten the swing, do anything you can do to keep the bat on the ball.
And go to right. Let it get deep. It's what Coach Freeman used to always
Hicks
say.
takes off, and there's a swing and a high pop into right field. Tyler Cheney is under it. He'll make the out for out number 2, and Hicks has to come back to first base. So you can't ever fault a player for getting the bat on the ball in that situation.
That was good. It just happened to be right out to right field there for the second out, and we got Mr. Drake up now. He grounded out to short back in the second inning.
Bryce Drake, the batter for Estill County. Kind of feel like right here, maybe Jeff Hicks taking off in the first or second pitch of this at bat.
They might be here.
And there's the throw over to first base.
I don't think he will here on the first pitch. But I think he might. If he gets ahead in the count or.
And first pitch, there's a swing and a chopper to Napier over his shortstop. Fields it cleanly and throws over to first base. He is money over there, shortstop.
Nice player there.
So, and that is out number 3. So after 4.5 complete, the score, Estill County 1, Hazard 0. You're listening to Engineer Baseball, WSKV.
Since 1889, Carhartt's mission has been to build a better world with all hardworking people. This mission has not faded, and today the company is still family-owned and believes in giving back to the communities they serve. There's a long history of supporting the youth of Estill County, the Estill County school system, and the Area Technology Center. They're working to inspire, educate, and train the next generation. For career opportunities or to find a retailer near you, visit Carhartt.com. Carhartt, the choice of the engineers since 1889. The Estill County Sports Network would like to thank the Estill County Board of Education for their partnership in bringing you the broadcast of Estill County Sports on NFHS, WSKV Radio, streaming radio at listenlikealocal.com, and in some cases, Facebook Live. We couldn't do it without the superintendent, board members, teachers, faculty, and staff, coaches, and mentors. You're listening to the Estill County Sports Network.
Welcome back to Hindman, Knott County Central High School. Clay Case says we have great faces for radio.
They do. I don't know
Coach
about
Tate.
that. Thank you, though, Clay.
I'm
He's
hoping
a former Estill County baseball player also.
Said he was on that 2012 team that year.
Yep.
Estill
Yep.
made the finals against Powell County, the 56th district, all 56th district final there.
Yeah, I
That
think
game was at
Estill
Wolf.
upset Powell in the district that year, didn't they? And then
Yes.
Powell came back and won the region. So, but still a great run there. I think it was Jeremy Sparks was the coach that year too.
I believe you're right. Leading off for the Hazard Bulldogs here in the top of the fifth, Skylar Cheney, the Hazard right fielder, and the first pitch right down Broadway, taking strike one. Yeah, that was 2012. That's the first year that Wolf County ever hosted.
Okay.
Beautiful new field up there. And that pitch on the outside corner, strike two. And I remember that game, Coach Tate. I think that was the game that we rode motorcycles up there, and Sutter's motorcycle broke down, so he had to ride on the back with me, which looked a little weird.
Oh, odd, yes.
0-2 pitch, high and away, ball one.
Blain, I want to say, as Yogi Berra used to say, this could be deja vu all over again. 4:20, Estill 1, Hazard 0.
Oh, wow. Here's a chopper, a liner,
Base
I should
hit.
say, up the
Nice.
middle. That'll be a base hit. Leadoff base hit, I should say, by Skylar Cheney, and Hazard is in business.
The senior there, you wouldn't expect anything different. Like I said, 417 batting average, leads the way, gets on base, and you got Mr. Goins coming up here. Let's see what Coach Varney does. I would expect maybe a bunt here, trying to get that tying run across.
Taylon Goins, center fielder for the Bulldogs, batting in the 7 hole. So Skylar Cheney looks like he has speed. I would assume he does.
Yes, he does.
Over on first base. We are in the top of the 5th, and if you just tuned in, you're missing a good one. This is the 14th Regional Championship baseball game.
Well,
Knott Central. There's a pitch from Nice that's swinging a miss.
Cheney has attempted to steal 16 times this year, Caleb. Caleb, listen to me. Blain, guess how many times that he has been successful?
16, if I was guessing.
16.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty dang good. And he's got a great lead over there.
See if Nice throws it over there. No, he doesn't. Shorter stride.
Good
though,
job.
for Nice.
That's called a sidestep there. You get pitchers to do that. We would always teach that, where you don't raise your leg up as high, and the runner does not get as good a jump.
That was a swing and a miss, too. So the count 0-2.
I wouldn't doubt if he goes here.
I think there might be a pitch out from the Nears. There's the 0-2, and now there's a throw over to first base. And Skylar Cheney's uniform is now officially dirty. Shout it out. Used to be a commercial.
I think this is interesting here. Varney is still giving signals, but he's also giving out numbers. He said 1-4-2.
Wow, numbers and signals.
I
That would
don't
get
know.
really confusing.
Yep.
And the 0-2, and he does take off. Now they got him in a rundown again. Same thing happened.
Hey, got him
This
here.
time,
Look at it. Got him.
They get
Great
the
job.
out. So Estill County anticipates the steal, and Cheney takes off, and the ball gets thrown behind him, and Kyler Cheney of Estill County throws him out at second base.
Strike.
Wow, what a big play.
Strike there to Ethan. He made the tag, and he was pumped up after that out.
Nice job by Kyler Cheney of
Yes.
being very quick but not in a hurry. And here's
What's
the
that?
0-2.
That was an old saying by John Wooden,
John
wasn't
Wooden.
it?
Play
Be
fast
quick.
but not in a hurry.
Yeah. Be quick, not hurry. Do not hurry.
Kyler Cheney got the throw. It was a pickoff attempt, He squares his feet up and makes a perfect throw down there to second. Here's the 1-2, and that pitch is in the dirt to Talon Goins.
That's an interesting name, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I don't think I know many Talons.
I'm assuming it's Talon. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. That's what we're going with.
I hope we're close on that. We apologize if we've got it wrong there to the Goins family.
Here's the 2-2. That pitch is in the dirt. Count goes to full. Got to get the concentration.
Need to get it back here. Looks like his stride is a little off here when he's going forward. So need to get back into a groove here. Nice and smooth.
And the payoff pitch to the 7th spot.
There we go.
That's a swing and a miss, and out number
Great job. 2. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Strikeout number 4 on the night for Mr. Jack's niece.
You wonder if when you shorten that stride, that slide step you're talking about, Jeff, does that then make it harder to go back to a full windup once you have to come out of that?
No, I don't think so with pitchers. It doesn't. But you probably, you're not going to get you're not going to get the same amount of velocity that you get with the leg kick up and the stronger push off of the leg going towards the plate.
Evan Aikman is the batter. The hazard left fielder pitch 1-1. The 1-0 pitch is high and away. Count goes to 2-0.
Aikman last time he ripped one. You remember right to center. Got their first hit of the night.
That's right.
Of the night.
8-spot hitter. And here's the 2-0, and that's a pop up. It's playable maybe, and it's not caught, and it's in fair territory.
Fair, so that's a hit.
So really, it was right. It was right on the right field line, well behind Kyler Chaney, who made chase.
He did it. I hope he's okay there.
I think it knocked the breath out of him.
It knocked the breath out of him. Kyler went back. Two things. He was trying to catch it over his head, which is tough anyway. When a ball goes out there, the spin he had on it brought it back into play. That was a foul ball, and the spin they had on it brought it back into play.
Hard for me to tell where the ball actually went. There's some netting above us, so we can't really see.
I don't know if you remember in 2009, Jacob Henry made a fantastic catch behind first base on a similar play like that. Yeah. Over his head. He caught it. That was a key play in that win for us. Made a super play. So shout out to you there, Jacob, if you're listening.
So that'll bring up the 9-spot hitter with, is it 1 out or 2?
Two outs.
Okay. The outs are
not
working on the scoreboard. At least the 2 outs are not working. That'll bring up Isaiah with a Z Johnson, second baseman.
What do we say there about Aikman? Yeah, he's good too. He's 12 of 14 stealing on the year. So he's got speed also.
We're in the top of the 5th.
Hazard likes to run. They like to put pressure on you.
Yeah, there's a off-speed pitch from Jackson East, a little bit high and away. 1-0 the count.
But you want to get this guy. This is the number 9 hitter, and you struck him out last time swinging. So you want to make sure that he's swinging the bat. Don't put him on with the base on balls.
That ball hit into right field. Here's a foul over the screen and up on the cliff.
Out in the squirrel's nest.
And that one deflected off of a tree and appears to be, there's so much debris on the side of the cliff, the ball doesn't really roll back down to the bottom. Gets stuck in, and then there's these people like mountain goats that go up there and get the ball. 1-1 to Johnson.
Nice.
At the knee, strike 2.
Nice pitch.
To the 9-spot hitter, Hazard trying to threaten. Estill having scored the only run of the game in their half of the 3rd inning. We're in the top of the 5th in high drama championship game. Jack Neese has gone the distance for the Engineers. Here's the 1-2. That's a swing and a miss.
Got it.
That's a foul tip, and Griggs hangs on as Jackson East strikes out and gets out of a situation once again. Estill County leads it by a score 1-0 after 4.5 complete. You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Appalachian Wireless, where your connections matter the most, and they make staying connected very simple. At this very moment, you can get up to $550 off select devices on new or renewed line, then simply choose the Appalachian Unlimited or Mix and Match plan, and you're good to go. This offer good in-store only. Terms and conditions may apply. And by the way, 10% off all accessories. So pay a visit to your favorite Appalachian Wireless location today, because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
You're listening to the live broadcast of Engineer Sports.
And welcome back to Knott Central High School. This is Blain Click and Jeff Tate on WSKV. I think there's a big crowd up there, Jeff. We're in a really odd place right behind the backstop. We can't even see the crowd. Actually.
No, you can't. But I like this. You can really, it is field level, and you can see all the action. Excellent.
Once the sun went down, Ethan Henry leading off for the Engineers. He is the Engineer leadoff hitter. And the first pitch is low and away, ball one.
1 for 2 on the night. He singled in the first and struck out back in the third.
We're in the bottom of the fifth, so this game is getting down to the nub. The 1-0 to Henry has a swing and a chopper to Napier. He is money. And then he bobbles it. As soon as I say that, he picks it up clean.
Oh, man, he's been money all night. You're right, Blaine.
And it really, he fielded it perfectly clean, just had trouble exchanging from the glove.
Got kind of stuck in his glove, bobbled it, and went out. So there we go. And here comes out Coach Varney.
Now, Chris Varney's going to go out and talk. And if you're kind of tracking how successful Hazard has been, it's quite successful. We don't know back before we got in the region, but just since Estill has been in the region, Hazard has won the baseball region in 2014, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, and 22.
Yes, they are the gold standard for the region, and they are the navy and gold. That's their colors, and they have been that.
So Estill County with their leadoff hitter on over at first base, Tyler Brewer, the Estill County center fielder and the two-spot hitter.
And they're changing pitchers, Blaine.
Oh, wow. So Estill County only with 1 run. So number 5, that is
Trace Kincaid. And he's been in 9 games this year. He pitched 23 innings. He's given up 16 hits, 11 runs, 8 of them are earned. He's walked 5 batters, struck out 21. So that's about a strikeout per inning he's got. And he's got a 3-1 record with a nice ERA, 2.4 ERA.
Is he not a freshman?
Let's see. We had that there, Kincaid. Yes, he is.
Freshman. Wow, he looks really athletic. He was playing third base. So we're going to have to figure. So it looks like Goins is just going to trade places with him. He's going to move over to third. So
be interesting here. I would think in this situation, Tyler Brewer is an excellent bunter. I would think he's going to be bunting here and trying to get Ethan Henry over to second base for both Hayden Woolry and Kenny Dale Rose, see if they can drive him in.
So we're anticipating Estill to play small ball. Logan over there at third base is way in on the grass while Pelfrey holds Ethan Henry on over at first. Now there's a quick throw. The ball gets away, but it's a really short fence over there. So you can throw it over there and get away with it if you
And Ethan got hit by that throw over on his right calf there. So he's trying to walk that off. You try to have a bunt here probably up the first base line if you could.
Brewer with a good handle on the bat. There's another throw, and it's in the dirt. It hits Henry again. So, and again, you can throw it away here at Knott County Central. The fence, which is like a 10 or 12-foot fence behind first base down the right field line is right, I don't know, maybe 12 or 15 feet from the right field line. And by the time it gets to the foul pole out there, it is literally right on it. So here's a taken strike one.
Well, let's see what we do here. Coach Crow giving the signals here. I would think get it done. Let's get a good bunt here. Get the runner in scoring position.
So we're in the bottom of the fifth. Estill has a runner on first base and no outs, and Tyler Brewer at the plate. There's a swing and a miss. I don't know if Kincaid looks to be throwing harder than Logan
he's
did.
got some good pop on that fastball.
It's a lot of heat for a freshman. So the count's 0-2. Estill County trying to take advantage of that opening batter error. Here's a swing and a long drive into right field. Cheney does have a play on it, but he makes it cleanly for out number one. So ball well hit, but sliced right into the glove of the right fielder, Skylar Cheney. That'll bring up the DH for the Engineers, Hayden Woolworth.
Hayden's has gone on once by a walk and also flew out to, it was a line drive to center. He hit a rope out there in the first that was caught.
We're in the bottom of the fifth, one out, Ethan Henry on first.
Nice pitch.
There's a take strike one.
Nice curveball there by the freshman.
So Estill County, so far, Trace Kincaid's delivery appears to be a little bit hard to pick up for the Engineers. There is no more shadows. Now, Ethan Henry continues to get his jerseys dirty over there.
That's okay, though.
Diving into first.
That's what you want there. You want to have a big enough lead where you take one step and dive back towards the back corner of the bag.
Pretty good move by Kincaid over there for a righty. Here's the 0-1. That's a chopper foul down the third base line.
Almost went into the Bulldog dugout there.
Knott County Central baseball field has a cover over the stands, which is really nice.
Yeah, it is. In case it rains or anything, or if it's a hot day, you'll shield fans from the sun.
It's another throw over to first base. It's a really, really smaller scale version of what you would see at the Breathitt County football field.
Yep, I thought the same thing.
Which we drove right by on the way up. Here's the 0-2 to Woolry. That's a high curveball, but it stays a little bit high.
Ooh, that's a good take, but it was close, but it was high. Good eye there by Hayden there.
It looked like about a 40-mile-an-hour curve. And his arm motion looked the same. So that could be deceptive. Here's another throw over to first base. And
guess what?
Henry keeps diving back.
He was
safely.
going. He was going.
Was he leaning?
He was leaning.
Well,
he was going on that pitch.
So you wonder if Hazard, with the count 1-2 and one out, if they might pitch out right here.
Yeah. He was going on that one.
Here's the 1-2, another throwback, and this time he chooses not to dive for the first time. So that's at least 6 throws over to first base.
He thought he had his move there, but he didn't catch it. He was leaning. He was lucky he got back on the previous throw over.
Infield at normal depth. Here's the 1-2. A curveball and popped up in the infield. The pitcher, Kincaid, will have the play, and he makes out number 2.
Well, here's the situation. You got your number 4 hitter, your top hitter for the team, Kenny Rose, 408 here. He's the guy who drove in the only run, so they might put on a hit and run here, or still trying to get Henry to second base where give Kenny Dale a chance to knock him in.
The Engineer third baseman, Kenny Dale Rose. There's another throw over to first base. Max Pelfrey, the first baseman. Isaiah Johnson's over at second, Tucker Napier at third, and now Logan Napier is short and Logan at third. Skylar Cheney and Ryan Talon going in center, and Evan Aikman over in left field, all for the Bulldogs of Hazard.
And they played really good tonight also. Except
another
for
throw over the first
the one error by The shortstop there, number 6, Tucker Napier, and he had played a solid game. That was his first error. They played solid tonight. Hazard has also their defense.
Still no pitch to Kenny Del Rose, and now he plays a little gamesmanship as he calls timeout right before Kincaid got ready to throw. There's about 3 or 4 throws over to first base. So.
And you get kind of tired of that as a hitter. So if you're going to do that, I'm going to make you wait throwing the pitch too.
And finally, a pitch to Kenny Dell, driven down the third base line. It's foul ball. Coach Crow called it fair, so I assumed it was fair. But we're at a bad
as
angle.
As a coach, you're always going to call it fair. If it's anywhere close, it's fair.
So that would have been
to be fair.
That would have probably scored Henry.
That could have scored Henry.
It would have been right close down the line. It was hit pretty hard. So.
And he will be running here on the crack of the bat because there are 2 outs. So anything in the gap, he's going to have an excellent chance to score.
0-1 the count to the Engineer third baseman. Henry's over on first base. There's 2 outs, and here's another throw over to first. Now the crowd getting a little irritated with the
little antsy there with all the throws, but you want to keep it close. It's a 1-run game, and you don't want it to get out of hand.
Here's the 0-1, swinging a foul off the cliff. Count goes to 0-2. So Kincaid, since he's come in, he's probably made 25 pitches, and about half of them thrown over to first base. So 0-2's the count. There's 2 outs. Henry's on first. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning in the championship game of the 14th Regional Baseball Tournament from Knott County Central High School, Estill County and Hazard.
He's widening his stance here, going to try to put the bat on. If you could take it down that right field line, it would be perfect.
It's the 0-2.
Swing here,
hard into left field. Is it
right
enough?
At him. No,
that ball was smoked. Right to Evan Aikman out there in left field. I mean, it was a line shot.
Hit it right on the button.
However, after 4.5 complete, Estill County still leads it by a score of 1-0, and the crowd's getting all worked up. You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Mill Creek Market, owned and operated by John and Amanda Webb, are proud sponsors of your Estill County Athletics broadcast. Kentucky proud, Appalachian proud, and a proud member of the Estill County business community, Mill Creek Market stocks fresh, local farm-raised beef, pork, and chicken, along with other country and deli market goods. New items every week. Follow them at Mill Creek Market on Facebook or explore the local goodness at 1501 Richmond Road in Irving. You're listening to the live broadcast of Engineer Sports.
So we move on to the 6th inning. Hazard, the visiting team, it's their bat in the top of the 6th inning after Kenny Del Rose hit a frozen rope.
Oh, man, it was a shot.
Right at the left fielder, Evan Aikman. Well, he was playing really deep. He was back near the fence.
Well, you're not in this point in the game. 5th inning on, you're going to be deep. You don't want anything getting over your head. You can. So you're going to be deep and try to keep the ball in front of you. And that's what happened. But he hit it right at him.
Back to the top of the order. And here's a ball off the glove of Jack Sneeson. I don't think they're going to have enough time, and they don't.
Base hit.
So it was ball hit really hard up the middle by Max Pelfrey. And Hazard gets their leadoff batter on.
And that is huge here. Let's see, Mr. Pelfrey. He is another guy that has speed, Blain. He has tried to steal 11 times. He's been successful 10 of those. So, like I said, they like to run.
And yet have yet to steal a base in this game.
Yeah, no, they haven't. They got the one there they had picked off, and he was safe. So that would have been considered a stolen base, yes.
That'll bring up the Hazard catcher, Clint Davidson. Here's a bunt, perfect bunt, but Jack Sneese picks it up throws it
Good
cleanly
job.
to first base for the out. So that was actually a very well executed bunt and a good play by Jack Sneese.
Jax knew it'd be difficult, so he turned his body before he got there where he could get the ball, and he was turned so he could make a good throw down to first. Good job there by Jax.
Of course, Jax is a lefty. The bunt up the first baseline, so he had to kind of contort his body to make that throw easier. And now it appears Brian Crow's going to talk to his bunch out at the mound.
Right.
And certainly you got one out, so you got a runner on second, one out in a 1-0 game.
And you got 4 real good hitters up here, 3 real good hitters. You got here with Logan up here hitting 376, and you got Napier 381, and then you got Kincaid 371. So got some real good hitters here. Let's see.
So we'll see if Estill, you're in a 1-0 game,
right.
so you're obviously worried about that lead runner. But
well, here's the deal here. I will say this. I don't know what Coach Crow will do. The guy who's up right now, Gage Logan, leads
three-spot hitter.
Yeah, he leads the team in RBIs, 43 on the year. That is that's the top on the team, 43 RBIs. So number 3 hitter.
So you're thinking more hit and run than you are a bunt situation. Is that
They're
right?
not going to bunt here, no. They're going to let this guy try to drive him in. He's leading your team in RBIs. He's going to be swinging. He's going to be swinging hard.
And here's the first pitch to Gage Logan. It's taken on the outside corner,
pitch.
strike one. So,
but you got first base is open here, and you can go ahead and pitch him carefully.
There is one out. Bryce Drake semi-holding Pelfrey on over there at second base.
Too big a lead also where he'll score.
Jack Sneese on the stretch. Here's the 0-1 fouled off
Good
the
job.
cliff. Oh, it hits the pole.
Boom, back in.
Hits the light pole and it bounces back in. It could have killed somebody. And now it's rolling about to
Jackson's
second
got
base.
the ball. He's
just going to use the same ball. Now he says, I'll get another one.
That might not be a bad idea.
That's
to
like when you
use that
scuff
ball.
up your...
That's what I'm saying. Back in the early days of baseball, that's what they used to do. They'd scuff the ball up where they could get movement on it.
Gaylord Perry wouldn't have thrown that ball back.
No, but there's a lot back in the early 1900s that would do that all the time. They used sandpaper and everything.
The ball had to have some creosote on it. They'll hit that wood pole straight up. Nonetheless, the count 0-2 to Gage Logan, and now Jack Sneese steps off the mound as Max Pelfrey gets back to second base. Chris Varney coaching over there at third base.
Well, I would not give him anything too good to hit here. You want him to try to chase, I would say a high fastball up around his eyes or a curveball maybe on the outside corner.
One out. Here's a fake throw down to second base, and Jax holds on to it.
The way Griggs was set up there, I'm looking at a high fastball that Coach Crow might have called here. We'll see.
You're looking for the high heat?
Give him the high heat.
He's pitching very deliberate from the stretch. And that's
nice
like an off-speed pitch blowing away. And
that was a nice pitch.
It.
They wanted that. The Estill County coaching staff there, they wanted that pitch. But I think it was probably a little bit outside. Normally, a hitter will chase that, but you got a junior here that's a veteran, and he laid off of it.
And the 1-2, it's an off-speed pitch, a little bit high.
That was
all 2-2. Estill leads it 1-0, but Hazard's threatening. We're in the top of the 6th inning.
This is big here. This is the meat of the order. Let's see what Estill can do here. Try to stem the tide.
Huge situation. Jack Sneese has pitched a beauty to this point. Here's the 2-2, another off speed, and it hits him. Not the worst thing that could have happened in that situation, but hits batsman. However, that does bring up the shortstop and the 4-spot hitter for the Bulldogs. That's Tucker Napier. So
Tucker does lead the team. What I will say, he leads the team in both runs, 37 for the Bulldogs, and also hits with 45. But he only has 18 RBIs on the year.
Interesting.
That is interesting. You're right.
Oh, it could be all sorts of reasons for that.
Yeah.
Really long, lanky
Yes.
young man.
Sophomore.
Wow. Plays a mean shortstop as well. Runners on first and second for Hazard. We're in the top of the 6th inning, but they trail by 1. Here's a swing and a foul ball way back into the woods. That's like into the corn on.
Tucker here walked in the 2nd inning, and then in the 4th inning, he actually grounded back out up the middle. Jax made a play on it and got him out at first for the 3rd out.
Here's the 0-1 from Neese to Napier. There's a swing and a foul ball off the screen. So
ahead in the count again.
Now let's see what Neese. Now here I'm offering up my very uneducated opinion, but I believe I'd pitch it. I don't believe I'd throw anything out of the strike zone. I believe I'd go right at him right here in this situation.
Well, I'll tell you what, you generally don't in this situation give him anything close to hit. If you're heading the count 0-2, it's going to be a pitch up high, or it's going to be a curveball breaking low that they have to hit a pitch that's because you're so ahead in the count, you don't want them to hit. You throw a fastball down the middle, they can rip it. So you don't want that here.
Typically don't. I understand that. I guess my gut was just telling me that Napier's not anticipating the ball in the strike zone.
He might not, but he's 381. He gets a good pitch. He's going to put a good swing on it. That's my opinion.
Here's the 0-2, and that's high and away, and that was Jax wasn't happy with that pitch, so he must have wanted it a little bit closer.
Yeah, he wanted it closer. It's too far out of the strike zone. Now here you can. You can go at him, or you can go with the off-speed pitch, the curveball here. See if you can catch him not looking for that.
So it's one of those marking points in a very high-pressure, high-stakes game. 1-2 the count, 1 out. Pitch from Neese, swing and a foul ball off the cliff again.
In the crow's nest, as we said.
How many baseballs would you say we've lost?
I don't know, and they were talking about that. They say it's, I think it's, they were talking about $7-8 a ball now, somebody was saying.
Holy smoke.
That's a lot of mucho dinero.
1-2 the count. The Hazard shortstop.
Hit it right out there, Mr. Drake. Let's turn a double play.
TP, here's 1-2. Off speed.
There it is. Oh, whoa. Gosh.
Mercy. Neese can't believe it.
I can't either.
Look, of course, we're at a little bit of an angle, but nonetheless, the count goes to 2-2.
Oh my God! I think he fooled the umpire on that. That's my opinion.
It was one of those Bronson Arroyo drop down angle.
Yeah. Oh, it looked so good.
Sidearm spinners.
Woo, if he gets a hit, that's big, Blain.
It's the 2-2 pitch. The swing and a hard hit ball into left. It bounces in front of Riddle, and he's going to get it back in quick. So
there you go. You go from having 2 outs to the bases loaded with 1 out.
Exactly. Now let's see what Estill County is going to do in this situation. The hit loads the bases for the 5-spot hitter, Trace Kincaid. And Coach Crow is making his way to the mound, so I kind of feel like he might make a change.
He's going to make a move. I think he's going to bring in Hicks, maybe. We'll see.
So Hicks,
I don't know. Hicks don't act like he's coming in. I guess he's going to talk about the situation and what we're going to do here. If it's hit here, this is what we're going to do. My thought on this would be, well, he might bring him in. But I think normally in this situation you're going to play your shortstop and second baseman probably at double play depth. Bring in your corners first and third. They are coming home with a ground ball. And back to the pitcher, you're also coming home with it. So he's trying to tell him that, and he's trying to tell him, forget about the call, forget about that. Let's get it out right here.
So we have a base hit off the glove of Jax Neese, then we have a hits batsman, and then we have a solid base hit to left field.
On a pitch before that we thought was strike 3. And I don't know. Jax does not get emotional. And he got emotional on that one. He couldn't believe it was called as a ball.
Now the entire crowd.
That's Hazard, man. They come
I
alive.
think Estill's probably yelling up there
They
as well.
are too. So here, this is it.
Third baseman, Trace Kincaid.
A freshman. We'll see here.
Now the pitcher, and he bats left-handed, lefty on lefty. First pitch, a little bit low, ball one. So a lot of pressure on Jax just to get the pitch over the plate now.
Just tell him to relax. Throw strikes, big guy. We got you back.
Cheney over at first base is on the grass. Kenny Dale is even with the bag at third base, and the middle infield at normal depth. There's one out. Bases are loaded. And Trace Kincaid at the plate for the Hazard Bulldogs, trailing 1-0. This pitch
there you go.
Taken on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count. So high drama.
I don't think he'll squeeze here, but you never know. Could squeeze here, Blain. Never know.
Suicide not out of the question.
He's hitting, though. He's hitting so good. This kid, 371 on the year.
So 1-1. This chopper is back to Neese. He will have a play at home. He throws it home for the out.
Great job there by Jack Neese.
It was a tailor-made play to get the force out at home. So Neese had to keep his feet, though. It wasn't a completely easy play. He had to keep his feet, grab it cleanly, and make the play. Any bobble, and it would have been safe.
Yes.
However, the Engineers in a much better position than they were one
pitch
ago.
That is man.
Bases are still loaded, but there's now 2 outs, and the batter is the right fielder, Skylar Cheney. So Estill County trying to pitch out of a jam here.
If you remember, he ripped a shot last time to center for a base hit.
Sure did. Wearing jersey number 1 and playing right field.
The only senior starting in this Bulldog lineup.
Wow. The pitch from Neese. That's an off-speeder.
Nice.
That's a little Bronson Arroyo curveball. About 38 miles an hour. Drop down arm. I've not really seen Jack pitch that much, but he seems to be dropping that arm a little more than he
usually does. He's got that pitch. I like that, though. It's a different angle look of the arm. A lot of times that's hard to pick up if you're a batter.
He's certainly a warrior.
Let's see if we can get out of it here. Come on, Engineers.
The 0-1 to Cheney as a pop-up. It could be playable, but I don't believe it is going to be.
It's going to come back. Oh, just barely.
Literally hits the top of the dugout like 3 inches from.
And I knew it would come back. That's why it was like that other ball. It spun back. It got back the spin on it. It came back in play, but it didn't come quite enough for Kyler to catch that one.
Kyler Cheney was right there to make the play, but it barely hits the top of the dugout. So Skylar Cheney now count 0-2. 2 outs.
No wild pitch or pass ball here.
That's a good point. That's what got Knott County Central beat the other night. Here's the 0-2.
That's a good pitch.
High and away, ball 1.
Trying to get him to chase.
You're right. So those off-speed pitches maybe a little bit leery of right here because the wild pitch would tie it up.
I think we'll see if he does it here. I think I'd come with the heat here because I think he might be looking for the curveball, but we'll see.
Here's the 1-2 to Cheney. There's a curveball.
There it is. He got him. We're out of
infield. Drake has a play, and he makes
it. Good job.
And Jack Neese gets out of the inning with some great pitching in a terrible situation. And after 5.5 complete, Estill County still leads it by a score of 1-0. You better go get the popcorn.
There we go.
It's going to be a good one. You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Are you ready? Are you ready for a disaster? What will you do? How will you contact your family? Do you have fresh water or food stored? Estill County EMAC SEP wants you to answer yes to all these questions. Take time to make a family plan and a disaster kit today. Visit EstillCountyEMA.com to get started. Prepare today for a safer tomorrow.
How about a cellular plan with no credit check, no contracts, and most features are postpaid? Then visit Appalachian Wireless today, where your connections matter the most, and jump on Forward Pay. Take advantage of $75 off Forward Pay devices. Plans as low as $19.99 per month for unlimited talk and text. At 5 gig of data for only $29.99. At 10 gig of data for only $39.99. Or go unlimited data for only $64.99 per month with 25 gig of high-speed data before slowing down. Forward Pay, because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
You're listening to the Estill County Sports Network.
And welcome back to Mountain Baseball. You know, you don't really think about this, Coach Tate, but listening to Brian Hall talk, basketball was king of the mountains. There's no question about that. And the mining towns that surround the area that we're in all focused everything on basketball. But he did mention that they also love baseball in the mountains. And there's a lot of interest in baseball in those mining towns, and certainly Knott County, where this region is being hosted, has always been known to be a basketball mecca for whatever reason. But this has got some good baseball action leading off for the Engineers. Peyton Riddle, there's a swing and a drive out. It's out of play.
Peyton here on the night is 0 for 2, but he hit the shot out there to the left in the first. Looked like it was going to be a double, and a great play was made out there by the left fielder.
There's a curveball and a shot again down the third baseline foul.
So be good. What would be good here if Estill County can get a runner on and get a run here, get a little cushion? That would help out. 2-run lead instead of 1.
Now Kincaid working at supersonic speed. There's a 0-2 pitch inside to Riddle. So he doesn't have a runner on. First time we've seen him pitch completely out of the windup, and he appears to want to work. He gets on the mound quick, and apparently he's going to throw quick. Riddle bats left, throws right.
We say that, and he takes his sweet time there.
And then he does, exactly. Here's a swing and a grounder up the middle, but Napier on a bad hop again, and
he's on.
Riddle is on.
That's an error.
And it's unfortunate for Napier because that ball was
a bad hop.
And we just mentioned that the infield is turf here, and there's very few bad hops, but I think that hit the collar.
It hit off the collar, that's right, and that can happen. We talked coming up here about the game against Hazard in 2021. Everybody remembers the bad hop that Camden Powell got that made the difference in Hazard scoring the winning run there. It was a bad hop. The ball just went the other way, just went to the right, or I can't remember if it's the right or left, but it was a bad hop that caused Camden to not be able to field it. So that was the case there. He got a bad hop.
Look at over there on first. It's Little Bird Arvin, the supersonic speed.
Now he got picked off the other night
and not a lot of experience running
in the Knott game.
And there he gets back. So he's got wheels, probably as good a wheels as any athlete we've seen at Estill County in a long time.
A little better lead there. Get off a
little
bit more.
uncomfortable right now. Kyler Cheney is the batter. There's an off-speed pitch high and away. So
I like having the senior up here in this situation. Like I said, he performed big time in the Leslie County game.
Kyler Cheney had a great game in the opener of the region. 1-0, that's high and away ball two. Really happy for Kyler, too. He's kind of worked his way back into the rotation and always been a good baseball player.
Yep.
He's come up really big.
Nice to see that for a senior.
Here's the 2-0. That's an off-speed pitch. That's low and away. So you expect Kyler will be taken here on 3-0. And you're right, Little Bird over there on first with a really small lead.
Well, he got picked off the other day, and he's not getting off now. He did.
And the 3-0 right down Broadway. So that'll be strike number 1.
Come on, Kyler. Put a good swing on it, buddy. Give us a hit like you did against Leslie the other day, right into right field there.
We're in the bottom of the 6th. Estill still leads at 1-0. Here's a swing and a drive deep into right field. However, I believe Cheney out there will have the play, and he does.
He will.
Ball's hit pretty hard, but really high. So Cheney to Cheney for out number 1. That'll bring up the Engineer right fielder, Kenyon Hicks.
Kenyon on the night is 1 for 1. He sacrificed in the second inning and then got a nice hit right back up the middle in the 4th.
And Bird takes off. Here's a throw from the catcher, Davidson.
Good job there.
He's in there safe.
The Bird is heard.
The lead was just literally like 2 steps, but he's just so fast.
He's so quick. That's right. Great job there by Camden there.
Bird, a superior athlete, really good football player and basketball player, but he hasn't played baseball in a while, so he came out this year.
I loved him in basketball. He was hustle.
It's the 1-1 pitch, and that's low. I think that's 1-1.
Yep.
1-1. All right, 1-1 the count now. So to Hicks, Canyon Hicks, the batter. Estill County with a runner at second. There's one out, and we are in the bottom of the sixth inning. Estill County leads Hazard 1-0. That pitch is high and away.
Ooh,
and
I don't
Kincaid,
know about that one.
He didn't like that one. So
I don't blame him. I don't know. That looked, unless it was outside. It could have been outside.
2-1 the count. Pelfrey on the grass over there at first. Here's a swing and driven into right field.
Tag.
Cheney makes the play, but Little Bird does tag, and he will stand up at third base.
Oh, that's good because that puts him in scoring position here.
For a wild pitch.
Yes, if the ball happened to get by the catcher.
Could it be another wild pitch plays a part in a Estill County baseball game?
Let's see if Mr. Griggs, like we said, said that about him in the Leslie game. He got the key hit, drove in the fourth run, which was the difference in the ball game in the win.
First pitch to Mason Griggs. That one's in the dirt, and that one almost got it by Davidson right there. So just like you mentioned, hopefully Little Bird is alert over there and watching that ball and can pick it up quick on any pass ball.
Yeah, you want to be taking your lead over there. We'll see if he does that. Get 2 steps off and be leaning forward after he goes home. Two skips.
Not really been held on over third. Here's the 1-0 to Griggs.
Look at here.
It's down, and that'll be a RBI base hit for Mason Griggs.
And he came up big, and Leslie's come up big here tonight. The sophomore, the super sophomore.
So that moves the score to 2-0, Estill County.
That is huge.
That is huge. And he'll have a courtesy runner over there at first base. I can't see who that is.
Is it 14? Is that who it is? Or
I think it's number 11. That can't be Drake. Drake is at the plate. Maybe Cody Markham. I believe that's who it is.
I think it is.
First. Bryce Drake, the freshman, at the plate.
Oh, that's huge.
And
huge hit
hats
plate.
off to Mason Griggs there, the engineer catcher sophomore, who drives one into left field and gives Estill County a 2-0 lead, which is just monumental. This pitch is in the dirt. It'll be ball number 2, I think. So, who's keeping the scoreboard?
They got just ball 1. I don't know.
Maybe I missed one.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Nonetheless, and here's a timeout called by Drake.
You're running on the when the ball's hit, you're off, running as hard as you can, trying to score on anything that's in the gap.
And that pitch is just a little bit low. So the scoreboard's showing 2-0, so I must be the one mixed up. 2-0 the count to Bryce Drake.
Good hitters count here. Let's see if Bryce can come through again.
2-0 pitch. There's a grounder to the shortstop, Napier. He picks it up clean, throws it to second base. Isaiah Johnson with the Z for out number 3. However, the Engineers do add a run, a huge run, as the crowd starts to heat up. We're moving on to the top of the 7th. Hazard with their final at bat. We'll see what happens when we come back in 1 minute. You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Since 1889, Carhartt's mission has been to build a better world with all hardworking people. This mission has not faded, and today the company is still family-owned and believes in giving back to the communities they serve. There's a long history of supporting the youth of Estill County, the Estill County school system, and the Area Technology Center. They're working to inspire, educate, and train the next generation. For career opportunities or to find a retailer near you, visit Carhartt.com. Carhartt, the choice of the engineers since 1889.
Do you want to be a part of growing Estill County into a better place to live, work, and play? Then consider a tax-deductible contribution to Estill Development Alliance. For over 25 years, EDA has been working to improve the quality of life for the people of Estill County. Through a multitude of projects and programs, we work to make our hometown the best it can be. Learn more or make a donation by visiting estill.org.
You're listening to the live broadcast of Engineer Sports.
Well, here it is, Coach Tate. It's the top of the 7th, and the Engineers who kind of made it a surge here late in the year, and that, of course, that semifinal game, just an unbelievable finish victory over Knott Central. Hazard with their final at bat.
And we've got the same scenario that we had the other night, Blain. How the Knott County had their 7, 8, and 9 hitters up, and they were able to get on, and one was able to get on, and they were able to score 4 runs to take the lead. So here's what you want. If you're Jack Sneese here, those strikes. Make them hit the ball to beat you. That's what you want. Do not put anybody on with the base on balls.
Well, Nice has pitched to Jim. Talon Goins is the batter. The first pitch on the outside corner. Strike number 1. So he's been a gamer. Nice, of course, pitched the opener against Leslie County as well.
And he did a great job then. He did a great job in the finals of the district.
The 0-1. There's a swing and a miss.
He was the MVP of the 56th district. Jack Sneese.
Wow, I didn't even know.
Yeah, so pitched a well of a game against them. So against Powell County. So Jack's has been really good.
Here's the 0-2 to Goins. That's low and away. Good chaser pitch. It wasn't completely out of the strike zone, but it was not a strike. So
trying to get him to chase it. And sometimes you can here. Goins is a junior, so he's been around a while, a veteran. So let's see if he can get him out. He struck him out last time.
Here's the 1-2.
There you go.
Strike number 3.
There we go. 1 down, 2 to go for a trip to Legend Field in Lexington, Kentucky.
That'll bring up Evan Aikman, the Hazard left fielder. Estill leads it 2-0. We're in the top of the final inning. Is Hazard in their final
Hazard has 3 hits on the night, Blain. Guess who's got 2 of them?
I hate to ask because I
Mr.
bet it's
Aikman. Mr. Aikman does. He has 2 of the 3 hits.
First pitch to the Hazard left fielder. That's high and away. Ball 1.
So
as Jeff mentioned, a trip to, what do they call it now?
I think it's Legend Field, I think.
Used to be called Applebee's Park, right?
Yeah,
There's a swing and a foul ball off the cliff.
Yeah, I think it's Legend Field. That's what it is. I hope you're all right. Are you going to be able to survive here? That's what I want to know. Okay. Blain's getting it under control here with some water. I think it went down his windpipe. But here we go. 1-1 the count. Jack Sneese with the delivery. Oh, nice off-speed curveball, Blain. There you go. He's ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Jack Sneese working on Mr. Evan Aikman here in the top of the 17th. Estill up 2-0 here. Finals of the 14th region. Woo! This is something.
High drama. Here's the 1-2 to Aikman. Swing and hit up the middle. That'll be a base hit.
3 for 3 on the night.
The 8-spot hitter comes up big. And the tying run is at the plate. And that is Isaiah with a Z, Johnson.
Well, the good news is here is that he has struck him out twice. He has 2 strikeouts, his 2 at-bats. So that's the good news. The bad news is, unless they can turn a double play here, you're going to come back to the top of the order with the top of the Bulldog lineup.
We would have expected no less in this particular regional tournament and playing Hazard. Here's a throw over to first base. And the Hazard staff asking for a balk there as Nice just got his foot in the direction of first base.
Well, left-handers can do that. They can do that. They're on the verge of it a lot of times.
Here's the pitch. And
There
that's
we
a
go.
swing and a miss. And
No.
now throw down to first base. So if you can probably get away with that runner. You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that if you got the time run.
So Mason Griggs throws it to first base, trying to get the out. So that run means nothing.
Like we said, yes. Let's see here. Get an out right here. That's what you want. You want outs.
The 0-1 to Johnson. A little bit high and away. Ball 1-1 the count. Estill County at normal depth. The outfield just a shade in, especially Hicks.
Hicks is in
right
the other
field.
one, but you do not want to get burned here. But Canyon does have great speed. I will say that also.
Don't expect Aikman to be running. Here's a pitch that's in the
Good
dirt.
job there.
Count goes to 2-1.
Griggs block it up. Number 9 here, you do not want to put this guy on. Like I said, you've struck him out twice, so you need to go right after him.
Estill County took a 7-4 lead into the top of the 7th on Wednesday night and gave up four runs. Then proceeded to win it in the bottom of the 7th. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one's inside. Ball 3. 3-1 the count.
Take a deep breath out there, Jack. Settle down, deep breath. Just throw it now. Griggs is going to go out and try to calm his pitcher down here.
Now the whole infield's going to go have a chat.
Just tell him, those strikes. We got you. That's what Kenny Dale and Ethan Henry there are trying to tell him to just relax, man.
Players
those
only
strikes.
Meeting at the mound.
Yeah, just those strikes. We got you.
Max Pelfrey, leadoff batter, is on deck. Hazard with the runner on first. There's one out. It's in their final at bat. We're in the top of the 7th. And Hazard trails by a score 2-0. Estill leads it, trying to make their first trip to the state baseball tournament since 2009.
Been a while, 15 years this year. This is the 15th anniversary of that 2009 win at Hazard. We beat Hazard at Hazard that year.
That ball that was hit by Ben Denton, 2 shots in 2 years by Ben Benedict. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's right.
There we go.
Strike 2.
That's what you wanted right there. All right, let's go, Jax. Make a pitch here, bud. Make a pitch. Believe in yourself. Throw it in there. You got a great defense behind you.
Count is full. There's one out. Aikman stands down at first base.
Payoff pitch.
And the payoff from Neese. It's a check swing, but a little bit low. Ball 4. Goes back to the top of the order, and we would have expected nothing less.
As Yogi Berra used to say, this is deja vu all over again.
Max Pelfrey, the Hazard first baseman, steps into the box.
363 on the year, and he's second on the team. I don't want to say this. He has hit 4 home runs on the year, Blain, also. This is a dangerous batter.
First pitch foul.
And he was
out of play.
swinging for the fences on that one. Swinging for the fences. So, Jack's ahead in the count. No balls, 1 strike here against Max Pelfrey. He's 1 for 3 on the night. He singled last time up. This is a real good hitter. He's a junior. Like we said, 363. Let's see if Jack's come at him. Go at him, Jax.
First pitch to Pelfrey. Excuse me, the 0-1 pitch to Pelfrey. That's high and away, ball 1. Having trouble coughing. You're wondering why I'm tuning in and out. Of course, there's probably more pollen in this baseball field than any in the state of Kentucky.
You got a lot of trees around. You're right. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Top of the 7th, Blain.
1-1 pitch. Little inside, ball 2. So I know Coach Crow, Jackson East has pitched an absolute gem. I hate to put anybody else in this situation.
Finishing up a game can be tough. Now, they brought in last time, and they can do it here tonight. They brought in Kyler Cheney against Leslie, and he was able to shut the door. That could happen again. Let's see what Coach Crow decides to do here.
2-1 the count. Runners on first and second and 1 out. The 2-1 swing, hit a high ball into center field.
There you go.
I believe
Come
Brewer
on,
is under it. He makes the play for out number 2.
The Brew Crew. The Brew Crew.
The Bulldogs down to their final at bat, or final out, I should say, as not Central was also in that situation.
We were down the other night to their final strike, and the boy hit a triple down the left field line to clear the bases. So
that'll bring up the 2-spot hitter, the catcher, Clint Davison. Runners on first and second. There are 2 outs. We're in the top of the 7th inning.
If you're out there, if I'm a coach, I'm telling Mr. Drake out there, he's hit it to you twice. Be on your toes there on that right side.
Middle infield pretty deep. Everybody else pretty much at normal depth as Cheney holds on first base. Not sure why over there at first base. Why would you necessarily need to hold somebody on? And
they're wanting him now. They told him play behind.
Crow just gives him the signal to get
play
back.
Behind, and let's try to get an out.
So everybody in the normal position.
The only reason for holding him on would be an extra base hit. He could score on that and take the lead.
The situation 1-0 the count to Davison. Neese looks around, pitching out the stretch. Here's the 1-0, and that'll be called strike. Right down Broadway, you can hear the crowd.
And I'll be honest with you, Hazard Bulldogs did not like that call, and I probably would be upset. It was high.
A little bit high, man.
He got the benefit of that one, but we'll take it. Here we
1-1 the count. Estill County trying to make their first state tournament appearance since 2009. They're 1 out away. The 1-1 to Davidson. A swing, a liner into right field. Hicks has a play, makes it. And Estill County has come all the way back and won the 14th region for the first time since 2009 in a great postseason run as Coach Tate gives them his Tater high five.
And they got a big dog pile out there.
Hopefully nobody is at the bottom of that.
Don't hurt Jax. We got to have him pitch. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him, guys. Don't hurt him. Look at Coach Crow over there. He's down on his knees. He's crying. Christy Crow is out there just jumping up and down. They're hugging each other. Great job here by the engineers. You got to give the Hazard Bulldogs all the credit in the world. You look over there, Blain, at Hazard, and you see that. As they said on ABC Sports all the time, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Well,
somebody has to win, somebody has to lose, and you hate that, but I'm so tickled for this group of engineers because, Blain, be honest with you, I'm going to say it like it is. They expected this group probably to perform a lot better this year and contend for a regional championship than they have this year. They've had some bad luck, lost some close games, but Coach Crow got them playing their best ball when they need to play it, right at the end of the season.
The mojo certainly changed late in the season, and Hazard has had their share of regional championships since 2000. I think it was 2014. They started a run where they have won a multitude of regional championships. Estill County been in the finals several times, but not able to break through. But this year, just some mojo that caught fire at the end of the year, winning the district in somewhat of an upset after Powell County had a fantastic season.
Oh, yeah.
And then the opening victory over Leslie County, a very good pitcher, and then the just unbelievable crazy finish in the semifinals, and then of course Jackson East and the engineer defense nailing it down. And the Hazard radio crew checking in with us here as congratulating the Estill County Engineers for the victory. So a big crowd here at Hyman, and certainly having a big time, and hopefully the Engineers can find a place like Ponderosa to stop on the way home.
They'll have to
celebrate.
I say this, but Mr. Yotes there, he's going to have to open up his checkbook and cover this.
Fork it over.
Fork it over. That's right. You got to cover this.
I've certainly been in a few of those post-game celebratory meals, and they are indeed fun. Hats off to Jackson East. He pitched the gym. I don't know how many hits he gave up, but no runs.
He gave up just a total of 4 hits and no runs. One batter had 3 of the 4 hits playing, and that was Mr. Evan Aikman there. And they're getting ready to give the awards out. We'll stay here and do that, but I'm so happy for Coach Crow, getting this one. He deserves it. Comes from a baseball family, and I'm just so happy for him. And this one, I'll say this one's for Blake. This one's for Blake.
It's an emotional time, you can tell, certainly from the Crows, and I think basically for any Estill County fan it would be emotional. Here's your all-tournament team: Skylar Cheney for Hazard, and also
number 1 there's Skylar Cheney, number 8.
Number 9. Looks like 9. That's Talon Goins.
Yep.
All-tournament team. And then number 3, Evan Aikman. Interesting. All 3 of those guys batting in the bottom of the order.
Yeah. Did they give it to?
For Estill County, all-tournament team, Peyton Riddle.
Peyton Riddle, senior. So happy for the senior there. He gave us so much in basketball and had 2 great seasons in baseball. An all-around great athlete. Kenny Dale Rose. Asbury.
Is going to play baseball at Asbury. And then Mason Griggs.
Yes, Mason, big
All
hits
tournament
in the first.
And MVP.
Jax, I told you. I called that one, baby.
Jax Neese, Jax.
Jax are wild.
2 gems. Opening game against Leslie County. Did he give up any runs? I can't remember in that game.
Yes, he was responsible for, I think, 2 or 3 runs.
2 runs in the opening game, and then, of course, shut the door in the finals here.
Two outstanding games that he pitched. So just a wonderful victory here. Recapping, again, the scoring on the night. Hazard with 4 hits, no runs. Estill made the play, shut the door to keep them from scoring. And they also, Estill County with 4 hits and 2 runs. Big hit there in the bottom of the 6th by Mason Griggs to get the second run in. And Estill County, they've got the trophy, Blain. 3rd baseball team in the history of the school to get a regional championship, and I'm so happy for Coach Crow. So happy for Coach Crow.
The first trip to the actual Sweet 16. The other 2 years,
they
there
had
were
to do
semi-states.
We hated it. The next year, they did it at Applebee's Field over there. And me and Coach Wood, we went to the game and over there the next year, but we would like to have played on Applebee's Field. But still, wonderful win for the Engineers. Great season there. Coach, like I said, can't say enough about Coach Crow. He had them playing their best ball at the end of the year. And like I told you, he told me at the end of the year, he said, Jeff, he said, I know our record is not what we would have wanted it to be at this point. But he said, we're playing good baseball right now. We're getting better. And he said, we can make a run. By George. He had that right. He had his team. He had had it pegged for his team.
A really clean game, certainly, and the first trip for Estill County to actually go to Lexington, the short 45-minute drive for all those Estill Countyans. I believe that game is next week. We'll have to look that up, though, in the
it's on break. The I've got that down here.
We know they play Hopkinsville.
Play Hopkinsville, and that is on, I've got it here. Let's see. Hopkinsville on June the 7th at 8:30 at Legends Field.
So it's a night game?
Yes, we're the last game. Last game.
That'd be next Friday night at 8:30 on Legends Field over there in Lexington. So if you can't have anything better to do.
Let's fill it up. Estill County, when we went to the state tournament in 2018, we filled Rupp Arena. Let's fill Legends Stadium over there with Estill County fans. Coach, look at there. Coach Wood out there congratulating Coach Crow. That's just wonderful. That is so wonderful.
One for the ages.
That is.
We're going to take about a 2-minute break, and when we come back, Coach Tate, if you've got anything else to summarize?
I think we might do that, and we also are to thank our sponsors.
We'll do that when we come back.
Yep.
You're listening to Engineer Baseball on WSKV.
Appalachian Wireless, where your connections matter the most, and they make staying connected very simple. At this very moment, you can get up to $550 off select devices on new or renewed line. Then simply choose the Appalachian Unlimited or Mix and Match plan, and you're good to go. This offer good in-store only. Terms and conditions may apply. And by the way, 10% off all accessories. So pay a visit to your favorite Appalachian Wireless location today, because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
You're listening to the live broadcast of Engineer Sports.
And welcome back, where the Estill County Engineers have just defeated the Hazard Bulldogs for the 14th Regional Baseball Championship, and they are punching their ticket to the state baseball tournament. I want to make sure we mention our sponsors. The platinum sponsors are indeed Carhartt CG Bank. The gold sponsors Mercy Health, Estill County EMA, CSIP, Appalachian Wireless. The silver sponsors financial advisor Angela Drake, Meads Do It Center, Mill Creek Market, Whitaker Bank, and the Estill County Board of Education. And the bronze sponsors the Estill Developmental Alliance and the Whitaker Insurance Group. And we were just talking.
And also, we want to again say thank you to CG Bank for all the premium coverage we got here in the regional tournament. They went beyond what everybody else was doing. We thank them for that. And Mr. Bucky Wilson up there. Thank you, Buck.
Go see Buck. He'll give you a loan.
There you go.
I'll guarantee it. And, of course, this is premium coverage other than the announcers. We have premium coverage here.
Well, we try to do the best we can. You know, we have to follow the legends there, Danny Wood and William Hardy. But I'm just so happy to have been part of broadcasting this, seeing after being a part of 2 championship teams in 2008, 2009. It's wonderful to see a team achieve that same level. It's just great, man. It's great. And here's Coach Wood. Hey, I'm going to get him here.
Giving us a
here, I'm going to give him
five.
my head. And here, I want him to say something here. Blaine, you can ask him a few questions if you want to.
We'll put him on the spot. Coach Wood in the booth. Of course, Coach Wood, the head coach for a long time at Estill, and the legend, the man has his name on the field at Estill County High School. And, Coach, this was the first actual championship win since 2009. You remember, or the coach of both 08 and 09. How does this rank in terms of excitement?
Well, it's a lot easier to watch it up there in the stands than it is to sit there on the. You don't. I tell everybody in 08, didn't enjoy that one. It was just a relief. And then 09 we enjoyed a lot, but I enjoyed it even more up in the stands. On the last out, and the ball went in the air, I didn't even watch the outfielder. I just watched Brian, and just his reaction. He just collapsed. Just all the emotion just coming over him of everything. And then watching Christy, and, of course, you know who's on their mind. And it was just overwhelming emotion. It just seemed perfect, didn't it?
It was. You're right. It was so much more than just winning the regional championship. And, of course, in 21, we were so close and thought, we were on maybe a wave of ordained.
Worst bounce in history.
Worst bounce in history. Talked about that early, and we were talking about that earlier in the game tonight, but a lot of relief. But wow, what a postseason run!
I told Mo he can release my tweet now, but I texted him before the districts, I think, and I said I think both of these teams, maybe it's in the middle of the district, both girls and boys are playing better than anybody in the region. I think one of them is going to win the region. Now I think both of them might.
I'm going to put it out there, both of them, Coach. But it's just wonderful because, like I told Blaine, probably this team had not, during the regular season, you call it like it is, they did not achieve at the level they wanted to or they expected to. But Coach Crow told me, he said, my team is playing better. We're playing better, Jeff, and we can make a run. And, man, he had it right. He knew that.
You guys saw him more than I did. But what I did see earlier in the year, not good.
Yeah.
But you knew the potential was there. And what I saw tonight, they looked so calm out there. It was unbelievable. There's confident and calm. I don't think we had any mental mistakes the whole game. No physical mistakes. And it was just like, it's not overly hyped or anything like that. It's just like they're supposed to be there, and it was meant to be.
Yeah,
and I'm so proud of the players. And that's a direct reflection on Brian Crow and his stadium leadership.
Exactly
calm, clean, and crisp. Those are the 3 C's that I was thinking.
That's it.
Everything looked that way the entire game. And Danny, we were mentioning this as well. The other 2 times that we won the regional tournament was we had to play that semi-state, so we never actually got to go to a true state tournament, even though it qualifies as but this time we get the full Monte. So next Friday night, 8:30.
Everybody.
Second region, right?
Yeah, second region, Hopkinsville, they're 22. It's a very winnable game. I mean, they're a good team, but it's a winnable game. And here's what I want to say. Challenge everybody in Estill County. Come out. Let's pack Legend Stadium over there and support these fine young men in what they've accomplished.
They earned my respect for sure tonight because I haven't got to see them much, but when I looked out there, I just saw a confident team, great senior leadership, and they just got the jump. And what about Jackson East out there on the mound?
Awesome.
You've got to have that stud on the mound that wants the ball, and that's what you got tonight.
And he had that, and I got to give it out to the sophomore too, Mason Griggs. He got the big hit,
add-on run,
and yes, Leslie County, and then got the huge hit tonight. That takes that, Coach. It takes some pressure off of if you got a 2-run lead as compared to a 1-run lead.
Yeah, if we had 1-run lead, that cheese starts to bind after that leadoff gets on, and the leadoff hitter comes back up.
That's right.
But it was just a flawless game. I thought they played a flawless game.
You're exactly right. And again, like you said, hats off to Coach Crow And I told Blain here, and I'm going to say it again, this one's for Blake.
Absolutely.
One's for Blake.
And you know what's going through everybody's mind.
That's
These
right.
10 seniors played for him, of course, and that means everything to
Just
him.
a whole lot more tonight than winning this regional baseball
I'll tell you this,
game.
Robbie's got 3 now. Robbie Hunter's got 3.
Yeah,
he's got more than anybody.
Here's an interesting dynamic. We play Hopkinsville. If I'm not mistaken, this could be their final athletic event in the history of their school.
Let's send them out in style.
As they work on merging with Christian County. I think that happens next year. So that could be an interesting dynamic. That game next Friday night at Applebee's Park. Ethan has already said he's carrying the game, and he's having to pay a premium to do so because you have to pay quite a bit.
If the girls win tomorrow, he's going to be a double premium, so we better hit up some. We needed some sponsors.
Get
to
some more
call
sponsors
in and
help
let's
Ethan
go.
out.
Let's go. Let's
He's
support these engineers.
He's done great for us this year.
And I'm sure y'all mentioned it, but nobody probably would have thought halfway through the season either one of these teams would contend for a region title.
No.
And both of them are playing so good. And don't forget, girls, 3 o'clock tomorrow.
3 o'clock tomorrow, Danny and William. They'll be bringing us home in that one. I'm expecting nothing less than a win, Coach.
Well, y'all have set a high bar here.
Last time it happened, 2009. Both teams made it to the state tournament in 2009. Hopefully they're going to repeat of that on the 15th anniversary of that particular feat. Coach Wood, you got anything else to say? Any
Just that I can't. No,
wisdom?
I don't have any. You know me better than that. I don't have any wise words of wisdom, but I'm so happy for Coach Crow and his family and the memory, and all the players too. But I'm a coach, so I'm just so happy for him.
Yes, it is.
Thank all the sponsors. Really appreciate, especially CG Bank, for making all this happen. Next Friday night, 8:30. Until then, you are listening to Engineer Baseball, WSKV.
And until we meet again next Friday night over at Legend Field, we got to say this because we've been winning doing this and everything. Last off here, like we said, thank Ethan, thank Nevaeh. Was she back in the studio? She does a great job for us, Blain. And we'll end on this. Get us out of here, Ethan.
Thank you for listening, watching, and supporting Engineer Athletics. We would encourage you to also support the community sponsors that invest to help bring the live coverage to you. Visit the ECSN page at listenlikealocal.com to find the most up-to-date broadcast schedule and all the ways to listen to the game. Thank you for listening to Engineer Sports on the Estill County Sports Network.